Ah! What
Hey,
do we
now
say?
we're-
Oh no.
Hey, we're back.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we solved the audio.
It's looping in my brain.
No sound. They say. Ooh.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
okay.
we're good.
There we go.
We're good.
We
Yeah.
good?
All right.
Good? We
Fixed
good?
it.
Thank you, Charles. Leave.
Scuffed is our aesthetic.
Yes. Even as professionals, we tried to make this. We still can't.
If it isn't scuffed, it's not right.
Listen, we got like.
Isn't it?
I was gonna.
Tell me I'm wrong. Why do we ball?
All right, we good. We good. We good. Cool. Well,
The skyship is arriving.
I don't know if you guys can pick up on that, but we can actually hear an airplane going overhead.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not dox ourselves, man. Or dog. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So, welcome back. Oh wait, there's something we need to do.
Maybe I should talk. so
Roll
it
through
actually-
initiative.
Shut the fuck up. We begin. There we go.
Been a while.
Hey.
We had the thing.
So, you guys find yourselves at the port of Adwick, walking up the long stairs all the way to the skyship, the Sunset Squall. It is this large ship that has this blue, orange, purple haze coming out of it. It has a variety of sails on the sides and up top. Zail, as somebody who knows sailing, the ones on the side are weird.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't quite make sense, but it looks well built. There are a plethora of gnomish men and women kind of up in the rigging, trying to check off everything. And you guys are sitting at the bottom of these stairs with Hush.
Well, I had some more time to think about it, Sayo, and I think it's best that I stay with my brother.
Are you sure about it?
Yeah, I feel like I was a bit over my head with some of the stuff that we kind of got into, and I feel like it might be good to learn a little bit more. Where I'm going with this one person is, but yeah, it where is that sign?
A little bit further behind you guys. She understands you guys are having a bit of a moment.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, sorry, lies. She wouldn't be there at all. She's technically a prisoner that needs to work off their bounty at the moment. So she probably has to keep still
Wonderful.
speaking with the queen.
Okay.
Don't worry. Althea is very kind and patient.
Abigail.
Ah.
Oh, yes, correct.
Ah. Lore.
So you're just like, I mean, I'm gonna be the first one to say, like, if you don't feel comfortable like fighting and you need to learn. That's what I said to.
Yeah.
That's what I said to Bastion. And you know, if you're in it over your head, then like, I get it, man.
Yeah, I feel like my aim could be a bit steadier and my decisions could be a bit more set in stone. So, yeah, my brother also has some things going on with him and trying to figure out this whole memory issue, helping him get his memories back or, figure out a little bit more about, like, what exactly caused it and if anything can restore these memories would be a good idea. So, I'll catch you guys around. I just might be here for a while, catching some odd jobs in other places. Well, he kind of goes everywhere, so.
Well, if you're gonna go off kind of on your own, I guess, then you should at least take this. And I'm gonna hand you a little token, and it's a little carved out dragon. It looks like it's been hand carved and a little bit singed. It'll keep you safe.
I'm gonna kind of like scrunch my face as much as a Kenku can because of my like past history in the where is it called? The
Barrack North.
No, not the Barrack North. Where
Draco Regnum.
Yeah, the Draco Regnum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about the Draco Regnum and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look at it. Is it wood?
Yeah. It's burnt wood though.
At least it smells gold.
At least it's not gold.
What a way to go out.
At least it's not gold.
I mean, you're welcome. I
And then-
worked for hours on that.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not.
Where's
completely
Twang
shit.
at?
Twing is kind of setting off a little to the side, understanding that you are having a bit of a moment.
I'm gonna like rifle through. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Has to be something that I grabbed at one point. But don't get it.
That was the background for like an hour earlier.
So
Oh, that's not weird.
I'm gonna like whisper to Lolax. I'm gonna be like, I don't have a lot of material possessions, but I do have this. And he's gonna pull out. I'm pretty sure I did not use it. I talked about using it a lot. The special light laugh juice.
You never did.
You still have it.
So I have a saucy bottle
Yep.
that made me trip the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to not even like hand it, I'm gonna like put it in your bag.
Thank you. I'll make sure that this goes to the appropriate person. Who should I? Who should I? You and me.
Okay. Sail?
Yeah.
Could be funny.
Okay, true.
He's been going through some stuff. Don't do it too soon.
Got it.
Main vote,
Main vote.
Cax.
Kex?
100%.
Why Kex? I mean, he kind of. You know,
Okay, I forgave him. I forgave him for biting me, but this will be my payback.
noted.
Would I be able to notice this going on?
They're having a very hushed discussion.
Ha.
Kind of.
Ha.
Mm-hmm.
Ha. Hush discussion. Ha.
So, no.
He outright refused.
And then-
to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
And then he's going, I'm gonna give Lolax a kind of callback, which I don't remember if anybody knows, but I'm going to take my arm and kind of like right on his shoulder. It's what I did to back
Yep. I
when we
remember.
saw each other again.
Yep.
So just like not like I'm like
Oh.
winding up for a punch, and then it's
Oh, great! Do something to make Lolax remember Thak. Nice.
mhm.
Good job.
Another one's hitting me.
This one was way softer.
And then from there, I'm just gonna go over to I guess where everybody else is, and go up to Sail and give him a hug, and go to Brenton and
That's not my name.
shake fucking cat.
Uh,
Okay, come on, you can't like blame me.
I know. No, I know. I know. I'm just.
Bro.
It's the first one. I'm just like.
Many names, man of many names. And then he's going to summon a little swarm and perch a little crow on everybody's shoulder.
Oh, I was gonna do something.
Hand-
Yeah,
Oh.
handshake. No.
One more for the road.
Right on the inside of the
No,
arm.
I'm gonna. Cax is gonna pull you in to where you can like head like
Mhm.
that. He's gonna say, whatever happened, we were both given a second chance. You remember what happened before, and I don't. So make the most of it.
Duly noted. And then I'm gonna pop up a sword, and it's gonna be a crow on everybody's shoulder, and they're gonna just like peck at your face. And
Not do anything to it. I'm just gonna let it.
and then I'm not gonna go and talk. I'm gonna like wave at sticks. There's a little bit of animosity there. And then I'm gonna bird's still up, and I'm just gonna walk over to my brother.
Cax licks his lips.
See, you walk over to Twang. He kind of gives you an appraising look, with a hand on your shoulder, kind of making sure you're okay. But no real words. Him and Rugier the dragon kind of nod at all of you.
When he's still within 30 feet, I'll just shout. Keep a smile on your face. Try to have a good day. I'll cast suggestion.
I think before you cast it, though, I just want to say, kind of hard with the beak.
I know.
Point.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh.
Immediately just party on party. You guys are great.
In the off season, remember, guys, no PvP.
Vastly reduced.
12?
15.
Oof. You are forced to have a
You're
good
gonna
day.
have a good day for the next 8 hours.
For the next 8 hours, you hear almost doubled up inside your own head. Have a good day. Keep a smile on your face. And even though you don't want to, your eyes start to go up as your body is trying to smile without the muscles required.
And then I go up to Twang and I just, like, with this contorted face, I'm like, you know, it's kind of a thing. I'm just going with it.
See, he nods and just. They're all a little fucked. They seem nice though.
I'm back. Be ready.
Let's go. And he will turn around and start heading back to the keep, which leaves you guys down one bird, but about to get on a sky ship
We can all be birds.
for a little bit.
For a little bit.
Bird up.
Bird up.
Do you think that, that'll help? Since he's gonna be alone,
I'm
kinda.
not gonna lie. I think he might have a good day.
Okay.
I think you're right. I don't know. I think you just telling him that he's gonna have a good day just is gonna.
Hopefully help. I
Yeah.
wanted to put it into the universe.
Yeah.
I
I-
personally know that if I'm forced to have fun, it's a good time.
I'm gonna scream like while he's walking away. Have a good day.
I want to make sure he meets his fun quota.
Now he
Yeah.
really should
The
have.
crow
a
on
good
your
day.
shoulder pecks you a little hard. Like, it goes from, like peck to, like,
So-
fun face.
Can we get like a description of this like sky ship? Like how massive is it? Is it like tiny? Is it like a little skiff?
Oh, no. This is, oh shit,
The crow.
a fairly large sky ship.
Okay.
You guys have been in Guild Row. You guys have seen quite a few. This is obviously a transportation vessel. This is like a shipping vessel.
Yeah.
It's not made to be nimble or anything like that. It's made to haul a bunch of stuff. Now, it's probably about. See, actually, I have it up on my screen right now. I can count squares.
It is the classic technological equivalent of flying box. Somebody will find a use for it somewhere.
True.
It's legitimately about 110 feet long by 35 feet wide. But that's not including the wings, sails on the side. If you include those, it's about 105 feet wide. These
Okay.
wings are massive. They're these sails to pick up and convert whatever energy is in the air naturally to lift, convert it into magical energy. It is this actually very pleasant looking, sleek, well-oiled tan ship. It has this, like I said before, this blue mist kind of ejecting from the back, and you see somebody who looks a little bit more important than the others kind of peer down over at you guys and goes like, "Well, you coming?"
Yep.
We're not gonna have any time in between.
Yeah.
Nope. We're late to this.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they've waited long enough for us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You guys can always just ask for a little bit more time.
Do you guys want to go a different direction and just like maybe?
We could start walking some
just-
to the coast.
Yeah.
to
I just
find
had something I wanted to do that was gonna take me like maybe 10, 20 minutes tops.
I always thought the Serpent's Train looked good around this time of year. You know.
Are we talking real life or in game?
RP is through, bud.
Uh,
RP what
Like-
you want to
like-
do. Like actually say it in character.
I just wanted to send a letter.
Okay, so do you know where the nearest post office is then?
Nope, I was gonna try to find out.
Okay. So you guys are actually at an airship port.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of this
Yeah.
stuff happens. So you're in the right place.
Okay.
Yeah.
One second.
He's got to send a letter real quick. We'll start getting the rest of our stuff on board.
Okay.
Would I have an idea of which direction to go, or is there an attendant somewhere I can ask?
Yeah, just by like a cursory glance around, you do see that there's a pretty large like port master's office with people coming in and out, and it's also pretty much the only building up there.
Okay, I'm gonna head over that direction.
Cool. Go up there, enter in, and there is quite a few people hustling and bustling around. You see they are talking about shipments, looking at logs, all those types of things. But there is a open spot at the counter.
Oh,
What can I do for you?
I need to send a priority letter to a member of the Azorius Guild back in Guild's Row, please.
Okay.
And I show them my signet.
They take a look at it and kind of nod their head. All right. Well, do you have the letter done?
Yes,
Who is it for?
Yola.
You see they're filling out basically just an envelope, just writing it all out. Okay. Priority letter, so that's going to be a bit of an upcharge. We normally only cost about like a silver, but for this it's probably going to be about 5. We'll get it on the next ship.
Hand them money.
Cool.
Cash on delivery. Yola was paying for it.
It's a tax write-off. Right.
They kind of nod, walk over and speak with a woman who just seems so exacerbated at all times. She just grabs it, goes into a bag that was about to get loaded, stuffs it in there, and goes.
That's like my experience every time I go into any post office.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be.
I'll go back and
We
work
are
the ship,
hyper
and then
realistic here.
I will send you the letter later.
Don't even get us started on like when you try to license your skyship, the fucking line.
Dude, the taxes you have to pay.
Renewing your tabs on your skyship.
That's why I have my.
That's why I do it online.
Outside of Guild's Row.
Yeah.
Did we set aside a fund to pay the rent for the office while we were gone?
It's not. We don't have.
We can talk about that, but I actually need to talk to you real quick, Sale. Do you happen to have the ability to drive this skyship?
I have proficiency with water vehicles.
So this doesn't count because it's not a water vehicle?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I want to learn this.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
All I'm saying is, like, given our track record, it might be good if we had at least one person.
A getaway.
Yeah.
driver.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used to think that we were doing great things. Now I think that we're doing cool things.
Yep. Yep. You know,
There's
I always,
difference.
That checks out.
I always knew we were going for cool things,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm gonna get them to like me, and then I'm gonna get them to teach me, and then we'll see about if we can get them to give us the boat.
I mean, if there's anything that I know, it's that a lot of people like you.
Yep, I have a way of wearing them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called charisma.
Mhm.
Dix from the other side of the boat just wants to say,
The
don't know
Rizma.
if that's a good idea.
Charisma, yeah.
Yeah.
A hush conversation, I think.
I'm the only one that can read lips. All right.
Vacuum.
You said that out loud.
I know.
And then I board the ship, obviously.
All right. So you guys hop on the ship and you see that there is a mildly annoyed gnomish man who's sitting there kind of just like, all right, you're here. Fantastic.
I'm very sorry. We were looking into why all the kids keep disappearing in Grossmont, so we got caught up there.
We saved a lot of orphans.
Yeah, well, most of them. But
Hopefully.
it was a whole coven thing, middle of the lake out there. Fake creatures getting messed up. I have its eyes now.
Wiping
Um,
memories.
yeah.
Did you still have the spider cheese?
I don't think he asked.
Yes. I still have the spider milk.
Should I try to
Yes.
cook something with that?
The vial. The acid vial.
No, you're seeing this.
Oh,
This captain is having
Oh.
information overload.
But just to let you know, I am a cook, a chef. I also have a lot of experience on sailing vessels that tend to stay at one level of verticality, but I am very interested in learning in all types of verticality, so I would love to speak to navigators, riggers, and all that kind of stuff, just the people doing the work,
Oh, we can definitely put you to work.
the lines here.
Do you have like life vests?
Wrong kind of shit.
Your first time on an airship?
lifelines.
No.
All right.
You can-
Well, just in case, I'll go over it.
Can't,
Okay.
can't you fly, Alex?
No.
Or is that Styx?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one, with planes. Yeah.
Well, Styx can make other people fly too.
On the water. I can make them walk on the water.
I thought we had somebody who could make people fly.
No.
Oh, well,
No, we're kind of locked.
Well, you
so,
think I
like,
have enough wing for the
all
rest
all
of
I'm
us?
saying is like
I'm like,
I would love to
Maybe
hear
I
I would love to hear the safety information, just so everybody's aware.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Spider-Man, so.
So are you afraid of heights, dude?
Stop. I'm not afraid of heights.
Just falling.
I'm afraid of stopping rapidly.
The falling doesn't kill people. It's
Instant stop.
yeah.
All right, you see, just watching this, he goes, "Do you guys do this often like this?"
Constantly.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I am resetting expectations.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
That's fair.
Good idea.
looking left, looking right, make sure you haven't stopped. All right. Welcome to the Sunset Squall. We are a shipping vessel. We predominantly do not do combat. There is combat vessels and stuff within the Republic's area, but not normally our thing. That's why you're here. So, you guys are our security. You're down 1,
Yes.
2.
Two,
A
but
couple.
we'll be fine.
They had to go back and clean up the missing kids
The whole
situation.
child thing, yeah.
All right. We were told to expect you late by Meaties. So, sounds like you're actually doing something important. I will try not to bust your balls too much.
A little bit of ball busting.
As far as safety goes, life jackets don't really help you in the sky. You still splat.
I was just like, maybe there's like a safety thing where it's like
There's rope.
I have Featherfall.
Doesn't help you get back on the ship. Helps you not die.
Not true.
And they will actually take you to the side of the ship and kind of point down and go, like, if you'll notice, we have a bunch of rigging down here, and it kind of goes out from the side of the ship towards where the wings are, acting as almost catching hammocks.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just be like, if you go past that, and he points at the very end of it, we can't help you.
Got it.
But if you manage to not get picked up by something and thrown off, you should fall right there, and you can climb yourself back up.
Can you just take one step back? Picked up by something and thrown off?
Didn't we fight sky pirates? Like
No.
we have this
No.
party?
no.
Oh, God, this party.
There's reason we need security.
Sorry, that was a different group for.
Yeah, that was a one shot we did a while ago.
It was a different group for Sahil.
Oh boy.
I was flying a horse meat salesman.
Oh, whoa.
Yep, Pepe.
Wow, I remember that.
He goes, yes, there are creatures and stuff out in the sea. They are, most of the time, they do not encroach on vessels, but from time to time, they can. There's also an abundance of just ley line mishaps, because there's no ground, no core for the ley line to go through. There are more frequent ley line shifting activities. So for those of you that are magically inclined, it is maybe similar to the No Man's Land, since I know you guys are from Guild Row. Not as volatile as that, but it happens. There's also just, it's not like the sea. There's just random gusts of wind from time to time that you can't see, you can't prepare for. It's much more reactive.
Well, you can't see the wind.
You can see the waves.
I don't want to get into it. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So there's no like wind socket or anything.
He goes, well, actually, he points up, and you do see, we keep the flags up consistently to make sure that we can monitor it. But from time to time, you will just get currents of air from below that will launch you up. You'll get currents of air from above that will push you down. It's moving in 3 dimensions instead of 2.
Got it.
So when that happens, it can also hit the side, and we can roll, which is why you're going to want to make sure you grab some rope. That being said, we have very good navigators. These are not normal issues. These are just random things that have been known to happen in the history of skyships that I feel you should be warned of.
This seems like a very well seasoned ship. So,
It is. We were picked very specifically for this mission.
do you have an idea of how long the journey is supposed to take?
if all things go well, it should take us anywhere between. Sorry, I need to do math. 7, 11, 13, 17. Sorry. It should take about 25 days to get there.
25 days to get there, and then how? And in the ideal scenario, once we have picked up what we need,
Sorry, round trip.
round
25
trip.
days.
Got it.
Okay.
And we are going to the destination, and then from the destination back to Guild's Row.
We're taking a few stops along the way just because we'll need to resupply and phlogiston so we can supply the ship.
Is there any stop that we'll be taking on the way to the initial destination?
There's 2.
Okay.
So from here, we're going to Stone's Loft. From Stone's Loft, we're going to White Cliff. And then from there, we're going to Cloudfold. That is the Gnomish capital. That is the Republic capital. So, except for the time that we are going to secure the gems themselves, you are not going to be allowed past a certain level in Cloudfold.
Mm-hmm.
Along the way, though, to Stone's Loft and White Cliff, you can go mingle, talk. It is just rest stops and resupply. Those are generally safe areas. So hopefully you guys can have some fun on this trip. We really hope so.
We'll make our fun.
I'm terrified and excited.
Rolling his eyes. Right?
You look like you're a fun guy.
My crew says the same.
I'm sure they do.
I'm sorry, I haven't even introduced myself. My name's Captain Quill, and he'll go to shaking hands.
But it's Captain Quill.
Really?
He's a
Is
gnome.
it the same captain from the one shot?
Isn't
No,
no? Isn't Quill? Never mind.
I literally randomized the name. It wasn't a play on anything. Captain Quill is kind of a older rock gnome. He stands about 3 feet tall with some white wispy hair coming out of the sides. You can see that he has a tricorn hat on and some leathers. Seems fairly well seasoned, keeps himself very well put together. The rest of his crew is also very well put together. They're very almost militant.
Mm-hmm. They run a tight ship.
They run a very tight ship. And you get the idea, you kind of have to when you're in the air, because a little fuck up becomes a much bigger fuck up.
It's me.
All right, we'll keep a
Don't
better
tell
eye
him
on you.
that.
There's
What's your
no.
name?
Please don't tell him that.
Oh, Lex.
Well, Lex, nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Six, you seem like you're taken care of.
Is that you?
I'm just gonna look down at my wings. And
Quite a bit.
I'm gonna look at my wings and shrug.
Okay.
Like
Text.
You're naturally advantaged.
Are you
the ship is.
gonna be okay
You're
with
gonna-
high enough sunlight?
Yes.
Oh, even you knew?
He's purple.
I'm purple too.
This is what we're
What are you
talking
What are you
about.
trying to say?
Cax.
What do you mean? What we're talking about?
He's
Never mind.
partially drow, correct? Am I being rude?
No.
Okay.
We have
Not at
a
all.
hat for him.
My ancestry's from underground.
You. Never mind.
No, like we have Snurf Nephilim cousins and stuff that don't deal well with being out in
Yeah.
sunlight either. That's why I was curious.
Great.
No.
Yep.
How do you feel about Surf Niblin food?
It's hearty.
I picked up a few recipes from them the other day when we were down underground doing some work.
That'll probably be better than the rope vine rations we have.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
You-
other warning.
They eat rope food.
Yes, the animals and things that you will find out there are obviously different. They're designed to be able to exist within the Mississippi themselves. That also goes with the vegetation. We're not going to give you anything that's inedible. It's going to be a little bit different than you're used to.
I'll see what I can do.
Are there and how many man the vessel? And are there any crew members we should avoid or should
My crew's good. My crew's strong. It takes 12 men to man the vessel, but it's just because it's a larger vessel. So taking things like the rigging and all that takes quite a bit. But generally, if we're doing like a night shift, we can drop that down to 6. So it'll be 6 on, 6 off.
are there any that are very social, and are there any that are not very social?
Hold
It's like, let me randomize a few crewmen.
Who do I get to have? Who do I get as a new friend, and who should I avoid as
You
trying
best
to make
start
my
taking
friend?
notes.
Mhm.
Where's your notepad?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
right here.
one of those phones.
Yeah,
on. One of those phone pads.
One of
One of
those
those phone
phone
pads.
pads.
You should market that. You could call it like the I
Phone pad.
pad.
The
No.
my phone pad.
No, Quill. That's Star-Lord.
I understand he's Peter Quill. I also just randomized that name. So
Yeah, I know. It's just
fuck off. If
you know
What?
me.
anybody wants to give me shit about my name.
It's just Captain.
All right. If you're looking for
Oh, Cap.
a drinking buddy and you're looking for somebody to hang out with, there's always a Mr. Shepin.
Okay.
There's also Mrs. Dimble Glittergem.
Yes.
What? Can you say that again? And then how do you spell it?
Dimble glitter gem?
Dimple,
Yeah.
glitter.
No which names are funny. No which names are
She's
funny.
a stripper.
She's my first mate.
I did not say this in character. I did not say that in character.
Mr. Shepin and Mrs. Dimble Glittergem.
Dimble, Dimble.
Yep, I got it.
And Glittergem, exactly how you'd think.
Yep. Nope, I got it.
Love her. She
I
sounds
would
delightful.
recommend probably not bothering to cook too much. Nampoodle is a little pesky.
What was his name?
I think I can win a move.
Damn.
Nampoodle.
Damn poodle.
Yep. You remember when I played Dingledob the gnome?
I thought it was Dingle Bob.
There was a
There
gnome.
was a few.
Did you really have a
There
Dingle
was-
Bob and a Dingle Bob?
And there's Dibbledob.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 3.
Diggledob, Dibbledob, and
I remember because I kept fucking up the
I
names.
can't with you.
Like, I gotta keep myself entertained.
you don't have to go over all 12 if you don't want to. It's just-
I give you the 3 standouts.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So
Real quick.
if I'm gonna go talk to any of them, those are the 3 to go talk to.
Those are the ones that'll be most interesting.
So there was a couple days like in between where I was able, like Stick specifically was able to prepare spells like before this, or is it the first long rest? On
You guys had a rest at the
cool. I
at the
just wanted
camp
to make
before
sure.
going out the next day.
Because
It's
I would
actually fairly early morning.
I was preparing because, like, you know, the past couple of days I've been like, oh yeah, I need to make sure that Lolax doesn't drown. Make sure that Lolax doesn't drown, and now we're in the air. So,
Am I just the liability?
well,
What's the liability
okay,
insurance on this shit?
Lolax, it was really cool what you did on the water, and I
Yeah.
wanted to do that again, but I cannot do that in the air.
Okay.
I could probably
You
carry
could-
you.
I was gonna say, like, couldn't I just ride you?
Don't ever say that again.
Why?
Look,
You don't want to say?
how tall are you?
I'm pretty short.
No, like character.
Yeah, I'm like 5'9".
I am like 5 inches shorter than you.
But you're strong, right? You're like a strong flyer.
Hollow bones.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna be like a bird in a tornado.
Nor will it be a Lolax on water.
Okay. Listen, I get it. You know, you can't. You have to put on your mask before you help other people. I get it. I'm just gonna have a rope tied around me the entire time.
Good idea.
Yeah.
This.
I'm sticky, remember?
Sticky.
You're glue.
You can walk on walls, but just describing
Okay.
yourself as sticky, like.
First of all, where's Apollo? Second of all, how has nobody just jumped in that pit so that they're like on screen?
We haven't really talked about the fact that we have a Minecraft pit in there with the names of like all the people who you can subscribe to or Twitch Prime to.
Definitely do not use your Twitch Prime for Apollo.
Yeah.
But use Twitch Prime for the Dunderheads. Or Charlie when they get affiliate.
Which seems to be happening very quickly.
Yeah.
I give them a week.
So, you guys are getting settled in. As you kind of go around the crew itself, it is style. You've been on ships before. Fucking clean. It
Uh-huh.
is like immaculate.
I've been on a yacht all week this week that has like 4 live-on crew members, and it is fucking spotless in there. They're,
Oh, you're talking IRL.
yeah,
Nice.
like
This is the shit, but with wings.
yeah, but this isn't so much a pleasure yacht as a functional thing. So I'm still imagining like that unnecessary level of cleanliness. It's just like I'm not gonna be able to put stuff down anywhere. Like
All right. So, but there are a few crew quarters and stuff like that for some of the higher up ones. So you guys see that the cook has one, the quartermaster has one, the first mate, and the captain. Those four have actual, like, separated rooms.
yeah.
The rest is just hammock. So you can pick a hammock, you can pick an area. Most people seem pretty pleasant and happy to be around. They're just happy to ship off.
All right. I would like to introduce myself to the cook and to the pilot.
All right. You see that it is Captain Quill is the pilot.
And then I'll talk with him later.
Cool. And then you go to introduce yourself to Nampoodle.
Yes. As I'm walking up, I take out my cooking gear and my magic pouch of spices. And I try to find like an empty counter not in his way, put it down. Hello.
He looks up and
I am the cook for the security detail. We're going to be with you for a few weeks.
so you guys get separate food. Is my food not good enough?
No, I was going to offer to help during the busy points of the day.
He kind of walks over and goes, "This is your stuff."
Yes.
Actually, can you explain what kind of gear you have?
It's pretty like compacted for the
Mhm.
most part. Like I don't have a lot of big stuff. It's a larger like round edge saucepan, probably a larger pot that has most of everything packed into it at any given time. Taller sides and just, tongs, some knives, some spatulas, wooden spoons, or that kind of stuff, and my little spice pouch that can pull out whatever seasoning I want.
You see, he kind of walks over, looks you up and down, looking at your equipment, really just scrutinizing it. He starts to unload some of the stuff, and then in the big pot you have, he wipes the inside. And well seasoned. All right. How about you cook dinner?
All right. What's your the mushroom situation look like right now? On board, did we pick up any like nicer rations to go through in the next couple of days before we're back to the preserved foods?
So if I remember correctly, you specifically went and picked up the mushrooms you needed for this stuff.
Okay.
If you back in Guild's Row before this even happened.
They wouldn't last that long, is the thing. So
Okay, fair enough. Cool. That said, he kind of just ushers you on over to the pantry and starts going through. And he goes like, "Well, we mainly work on mushrooms and tubers and things that'll keep."
all right.
It's nice.
I'm gonna begin preparations for that in parentheses S tier. I rolled high enough for it to be S tier deep gnome mushroom platter.
Yep.
The recipe that I have.
That sounds great. All right, and as you're going out and about, you see him start to pull out like his spice racks, and he's like cataloging them. You see that at the beginning of this, he is just writing quantities down and making sure that his inventory matches what it should
Mm-hmm.
before you guys start. That way, you're not like stuck out in the middle of somewhere and got fucking nothing. Like,
I'll like just look through his spice selection. I don't actually want you to name any, but it's like, oh, if you don't have whatever thing that might be harder to come by.
oh, you don't have coriander?
Yeah, no, just in case if you don't have any, and I'll just show him how to reach into the bag and grab a handful of spices of whatever you want.
His spice rack is massive.
Yep.
Most of it is empty.
Yep.
Because spices are very expensive, especially you guys will quickly learn that some commodities that you guys are used to around the rest of the world, flip it. It is very weird. Gems, gold, precious metals, all that kind of stuff, very easy to come by.
Bread,
And,
not so much.
yeah, legitimately, like they have troubles growing food out there. They have troubles collecting water out there. They import a lot of that. So that's
It's
why.
just making me think of like the people in like Catan who just get sheep and rock.
Yeah, pretty
They're
much.
like, Whoa, you got wood? We want to trade?
Yeah. Very much so.
The classic highly advanced tiny island nation that has to import all their raw goods, but they're still just fucking rich because of the specialty stuff they do.
Exactly.
All right.
So having a little pouch that just pulls spices out, you see him just. How much?
Well, I found mine for 100. So I bet we could find you one for less than that with an artificer maybe at your home, you know.
They are inaccessible to someone of my station.
Okay.
They pretty much only work on ships.
Right, you know. It was just a smaller craftsman, you know, not a I'm from Guilds Row, so we just kind of have like that dude in a hut who technically graduated from the Azette, but he can only make like sticks that light up.
Yeah.
Just more common items, you know, like shoes that you can just make clean whenever you think about it hard enough, that kind of stuff.
You guys have artificers that are not building structures.
Yeah, we kind of just if you can make a living after you get your certification, you know, they go and do it. You know, there's a lot of magically inclined people in Guilds Row. You know, we gotta.
Seems like wasting potential.
If the person I got this works, and it works pretty well. If the person that I got this from tried to do any of the specialty stuff for your guys' ship, I wouldn't want to be on that ship, right? There's a skill level, I think, you know, that he was happy operating at, making kids' toys and
Just a burnout. Okay.
Yeah. So, but you know, make spice pouches, and those are pretty useful. So.
We call those the Unbound.
Maybe ask an Unbound.
We don't talk to Unbound.
Deep rabbit hole.
Social hierarchies.
Deep rabbit hole.
Are outsiders able to talk to Unbound without consequences?
But you guys can do whatever you want.
Right. If I spoke to an Unbound and managed to find a spice pouch for you when we're in a port.
They're unless we stop at like Mist Bay or something like that, like the Outer Rim, you probably won't find any.
The Unbound are not in the major areas. Like
No.
trying to make it by on the edge of the big city.
They're not supposed to, at least. You've given him something to quandary over. Just wait a minute.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am perfectly willing to help use mine during this trip. I like it, and I like it a lot. But I will see. I'll do what I can to help you find one. Does that sound good? Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alright.
You see, he's very perplexed by this. Like in this, he hasn't stopped holding it the entire time you showed it to him. This
Yeah.
entire conversation, he's just been like under his breath, Rosemary.
It only has 10 charges, I think.
He's
So I would
He's been pulling stuff.
I would have
He's like
stopped. Him.
coriander.
I would have stopped
after
him
2 or
after a
3, he's
minute.
like, ah.
Yeah. Like, so that's why I usually
Wait,
go for the big hand.
This isn't like an infinite money glitch?
No.
It
Oh.
recharges stuff.
Yep.
Pull the spice out, sell the spice. Pull the spice out, sell the spice.
Shouldn't need more than 10 spices per day. Shouldn't.
All right. So, you have that perplexing interaction with the Namfoodle and get a little bit of a taste of what gnomish culture is like.
Yeah. It's like-
So are all of the crew members gnomes?
All of them are gnomes.
Okay.
Oh.
I wasn't sure if that was like 100%.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're all gnomes, all
Interesting.
very
That
clean.
explains
Do they
why
have like
it's
little high voices and stuff or
For the most part, yes, they have higher voices. I'm not going to subject myself to that for an entire crew.
Hi, how you doing?
Namfoodle sounded like that though.
Okay.
Oh, the chef.
Yeah, he sounded pretty much.
show me your pot?
Like we taken off yet.
For the pouch.
Yep, we're going through the last little
Well,
getting ready, making sure you guys are settled, and
I would explore the entirety of the vessel. I'm not like trying to snoop or dig into anything, but I'm like
Getting your bearings.
points of interest, things to look out for,
I'm gonna be with.
people watching.
So currently at the moment, because they are getting ready to make way, all 12 crewmen are up and going. So you see a lot of people like coming in and out, up and down from the stairs. That said, you do see that the hammock area is generally made in a fairly like rough circle with points of entry, and in the middle there has just been a bolted down log for seating, and then a much bigger a low sitting table that has also just been bolted down into the floor. It does not move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On there, you actually see what looks like a game board of stones. It has 6 sides to it, and the stones are sitting there floating above the game board itself.
Oh, cool.
It seems like it has been left in the middle of a game. So some of these pieces have been moved forward, and they seem to be positioning.
Did you flush out that rule set?
Not completely,
Okay.
but it is a game that we actually want to release and do called Lodestones, which would be just a fun like chess-like board game.
Yeah, taking inspiration from like chess and Chinese checkers
Yep.
and other board games.
Neat.
So it seems like some people are playing that. It also looks like they've just left money on either side of the board, almost like they were in the middle of a wager.
How much money?
No.
I just want to know how much.
It looks like 15 copper on either side.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm
that,
gonna
that would just be
literally
rude.
walking around like, getting our bearings. I'm gonna see him look at this board and then go, and then immediately like look back. Like
I would very much not be that obvious.
Right, the seasoned
I'm
spy.
the very
can I roll to see if I can notice any change?
What's your passive insight?
Yeah, actually, that is the more appropriate way. What is your passive insight?
Insight is
So it's just 10 plus your insight modifier.
It
Your
should be
insight
at the
skill.
very bottom of your first page.
You're the trained.
17. What's your passive deception?
Passive deception?
What?
Yeah,
How
so
do I-
10 plus deception.
10 plus deception.
Probably
probably
one.
higher.
Yeah.
It's,
Hey,
it's definitely
You're a
higher.
person.
Hey.
Thank you for the raid.
Thank you for the
17,
raid.
so meets
Cool
beats.
people. Thank you, Goldfish.
So who would win on that?
Because
Because mine's 17. So no, you're looking and I'm trying to deceive, so I would win.
Wait, who's the person with a fantastic beard?
There's there's multiple of us.
Got it. Yeah.
You're grasping at very low hanging fruit here. I would not be very obvious about this.
All right, how about you let the DM rule things?
Okay.
Under the understanding that he is a seasoned spy, as you're kind of looking at him, it is very much you saw him clock it.
Other than that, I just see him look at the money on the table.
Yeah, he seemed interested for a moment, but then went about his day.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of 3 silver sitting on that table. So.
Gotta make my money
A third
back.
of gold.
Gotta make my money back for sending that letter.
So the only thing that I want to do is I would just want to ask the captain if there's any people of faith on board.
No.
Well, you have one.
As long as you're not trying to convert anybody on board, do as you will.
It's his whole trick.
Okay, and then I'll just follow text around, getting my bearings, seeing if there's maybe anywhere I can help.
For sticks, they'll be converted in death.
Don't worry, you'll come my way eventually.
Plant a symbol on each of their
Corpses.
I was gonna say pockets, but
Sticks is the one who needs all the copper pieces for eyes. Just like, all right, bop, bop, bop.
All right. So you can assist actually just by because you can fly. You see a lot of them are just like, oh yeah, take this, and they're just handing you ropes to go and fly up to the rigging and affix. You see a lot of them are checking over like some of the minor defenses they have. There is I can actually just show it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
ballistas.
I'm gonna do it.
We'll do it. Show us the ballistas.
do it. No, I can't. Let's do it.
What is that from?
Welcome to the Sunset Squall.
The game.
Yo, we got a ship.
Boat.
We got a different layout.
That's a nice boat.
All right.
Real good boat.
I have something I'd like to do the moment we are no longer connected to the Earth, but I'm not going to take time
Why am I
for
worried?
anyone else.
Oh,
Why am I worried?
Nothing bad.
Just the way you said that, I'm even more.
You guys begin to make way, and you feel the airship
Way.
lurches up and starts to move forward as you can feel that it is now under its own power. There is a dull thrum from the magic gem towards the back of the ship as you hear it start to... Oh, kind of like that, if you guys can actually hear the airplane overhead.
I'm not sure how loud it is. Let us know how loud it is and if it's like super distracting so we can like pause.
I'm getting flashbacks to Atlantis with the crystals.
Yeah.
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 Does anybody remember like the?
Oh, yeah.
The necklace crystals? Yeah.
I think we were talking about something else, but
Like a cross between Atlantis and Treasure Planet.
like the little like speeder bikes that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those powered off the
Yeah,
necklace.
we have those, right? Right.
There are smaller classes of ship.
Like little, we have those in here, like the little
That's
robots.
what we need. We need a
No,
No. Oh.
no, you do not.
No speeder bike.
We
robots.
need a carrier. That's what we need. We need a carrier that's an airship.
An
We have
airship
a bunch of air
carrier.
bikes that we can hop out of and do
Yeah.
strike missions. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Just sounds like terrorism with extras.
But once we're no longer connected to the ground, I'm gonna roll past that that statement.
No.
I'll spend 10 minutes just doing a humming and looking around and plucking instrument and cast detect thoughts ritually. And I'd like to do a sweep of the ship for stowaways.
Oh.
Okay. So you do a sweep of the ship.
Stop that.
Wow.
I can also
Scan
kind of
man,
hear
drone.
what people are thinking as I'm going by.
Right. And as you're passing by, there's just a few times where it's like, as well as just like, I don't know if purple dude's gonna do well out here. I just and then a few of them are kind of just having some private thoughts about how you guys are basically just unbound.
Oh, they're discriminating against
Yep,
us because we're not
100%.
gnomes. Right.
Only a couple of them,
Yeah.
but they are definitely walking through, just going like, just as good as unbound. I can't believe that we're actually taking them to Cloud.
I'll do like, especially around those little guys, I'll do like extra magical things, just like smaller effects that
Mm-hmm.
just be like, maybe like whenever I'm around one and I see them in eye line, I'll like look at them and just be like, this fucking guy.
Fucking guy.
Like I will point out to the party
This
which
guy?
ones to avoid.
Nice. This guy. Okay.
Mhm.
You know, and they're actually, and on the other side of that coin, there are a few that are just like, you can tell they're much like a little bit younger. and
Yeah.
probably of like they're probably from like the fourth age,
Yeah.
so they understand like opening their borders a little bit more, and they're actually really excited. You see, you can hear one of them thinking about it, it's like, I wonder if I can get them to play stones. I wonder if we can teach them stones.
I'll make a note of that one, and I will later ask for a name and other character information so you can make it before then.
Oh, what is it? What is the Witcher game?
Witcher.
Gwent.
Oh,
Yeah.
What place?
Yeah, but I will go
Okay,
to
what
a quartermaster or the captain, explain to them that I would like to pop open any boxes or larger containers that might have something that could block my ability to sense thoughts.
They kind of just they nod at you. It seems like a wise idea. You guys are in charge of security. You have the run of the ship.
All right,
If
If anybody gives you issue, you let me know.
just wanted to let you know before I start like going through all your cards.
I'll go with
And you
you.
see he whispers something to the first mate, and they start running and letting people know.
Okay,
Like, so these people are on board. They're allowed to be looking at things. This is what they're here to do.
So earlier, I believe Quill mentioned that there was areas off limits.
No areas are off limits to you guys. It was more
Okay.
just like you don't want to go past the rope boundary because then it's just gravity.
I
There's
thought there
nothing
was like
to
something
catch
on like a lower deck that we weren't supposed to like.
Nope.
Okay,
I
cool.
think it's just a safe assumption. Don't go in the captain's quarters.
you. seems like he doesn't mind.
I'm gonna do a quick sweep of all the rooms as well, just to make sure that nobody's hiding in a convenient spot.
For
I'm going with him.
sake of simplicity, there are no stowaways at this time.
All right.
We did a
But you
good
do go through and you see the captain's quarters, very nicely put together.
Mhm.
Seems like the higher echelon, like the what would you call it?
Commanding
Officers.
Yeah.
Like the officers of the crew itself, they seem to be pretty nonplussed about leaving money out.
Right.
There is just a bowl of gems and gold on the captain's desk.
All right. Yeah. As I'm going around and I see that, I'm like, oh, we're on one of those. Like,
But you would also notice that some of these gems have been so finely worked down, they look like chips, like poker chips.
probably tokens or actual functional things as well in there. Okay.
And that goes for the majority of them until you get down to the cook, who, out of all of these gnomes, is the dirtiest.
That's on.
Check
Styles disappointed but unsurprised that the food service is.
And
He's
by
not-
dirtiest, I don't mean he's
Yeah.
gross and grimy. I mean, like, he's the most unkempt. Like, his bed's not made. He's got, like,
Right.
books and stuff out.
He has one stain on his apron.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
that type of thing. He's
Mhm.
a little bit more scuzzy than the rest.
Yeah, even the mechanic doesn't have grease stains, which is just concerning. The cook actually looks like he works a little bit.
Yes, very much so.
Cool.
Sticks, you look like you had something you wanted to ask?
Probably.
Okay. That's fine. So, we are probably going to just, unless there's anything else you guys would like to do, start the journey itself.
That noise is the gem itself actually hyper condensing and then bursting like multiple puffs of air dozens of times a second into the sails so that we keep going. That's
Very
why
much
it goes
so.
really loudly sometimes for ambience.
We're trying to make sure you guys' immersion is okay.
My
Yeah.
immersion.
We bought a house somewhere that you could hear planes just for that reason. We knew we were going to be
And for
Skyrim.
this exact reason, there will always be sky ships in the sky in our campaign.
Yep, always.
Always.
Even in the Underdark.
Mhm.
There's a good airport down there or something. I don't know.
It's
God,
not
why
how the
did they
Barrack
hide these
North
beakers
has
down
like
there?
enough trade infrastructure.
Well, the funny thing is, Breeze Cliff is like one of the major ports of the realm. So,
Yeah, it's been growing up a lot since I was a kid. You hate to see it.
all right. So, as you guys start to kick off, you feel the lurch of the ship as it actually starts to maintain itself. Sail, there's this uneasiness to it as there's no rock, there's no movement. It is
Yeah.
self-stabilizing, and it feels wrong.
It's like I don't even need sea legs.
Sea legs where? I have land legs
He likes
in the air.
You guys take up, heading south, making a very long bank to change directions, going to your northeast. You guys are going to be going over a lot of Veldan for a little bit, and then crossing into the sea itself proper. So, as you guys are making your way through, can I have... I need 3 of you to roll me a d20.
3.
Natural 20.
You got it. I was the last one to get my dice.
13.
All right. 3. We're normal. What'd you get?
20.
Natural 20?
Yes.
Ooh. Actually bad in this situation.
Classic.
Bam.
And what did you get?
Loser.
13.
13.
Oh, sick.
Is it odds and evens?
No.
Okay.
It's high numbers and low numbers.
No, it is.
How flammable you are.
Yeah.
Well, quite.
So I had Liz roll for the general weather.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Hey, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You rolled for wind specifically,
Mm.
and you rolled for precipitation.
Go
So,
a little
sorry,
more.
you rolled for temperature.
So it's pretty windy. It's extremely windy.
It's extremely windy
And
there's
rainy.
quite a bit of rain going on. So as you guys take off, the clouds start to condense and start to come down. while the rain itself is not bad, the winds certainly are, and that nice, easy feel you guys have when you're starting up into your journey, as you start to cross over the Grossmont area itself, actually starts to become very turbulent.
I better for you, Sayo.
So remember
Yeah.
Sticks when we were talking about like a bird in a tornado? We're about to see it.
I'm probably fine.
And to that point, you guys actually see the first mate is starting to run around with what looks to be rope harnesses and carabiners.
I'm gonna immediately grab one and like tie it around.
Yep. The harness just cinches up, and you have a carabiner that goes to railings that are on the ship.
Mhm.
So
You
you
have
have quite a bit of slack.
You have 2 clips.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Very, very nice. That's some good shit.
You see as they're like, all right, looks like journey's starting a little rough. Strap up. As they start handing these out.
Also, you're probably the worst off in extremely wind.
So how fast does this ship go? Just out of curiosity.
It goes a pretty good clip. See, just to put it into like day travel terms, to move about 100, to move a little over 2,000 miles, if not a little bit more than that, actually, it's going to take you guys about 7 days. Compared to like a normal ship, doing that on the sea would take you probably at least 2 weeks.
Right. So we're getting under 200 miles a day, which would be like
2,000.
we're not even going like over 10 miles.
Okay.
Hold on, I think my scale might be wrong.
I'm just trying to figure out how fast I can fly compared to this ship in normal circumstances.
It sounds like you can move a lot faster if we're making a couple hundred a day.
If you're like blitzing around, that kind of stuff, but the ship itself is good. That way you can sit and rest, because flying all day would be much more difficult than walking all day.
Okay.
Having to fight all that gravity.
Gravity's a mindset.
And gravity.
So, as this surprise summer storm starts to catch you guys, you do not make nearly as good time as you want to for the first little bit. And on top of that, as you guys are going through, we're going to be going over a few days here. So a few legs of the journey to try and speed this up a little bit so we're not literally rolling for every single day.
Right.
So this is going to put you guys a little bit behind. But as you guys are heading over Bodiam, which is where a lot of the civil war is happening in Beldan, you do hear a loud caw. It's actually very large, very bassy, and coming out of this storm itself, you guys see the form of a griffin flying rapidly towards you.
Can I roll like a history check about griffins?
This might be. Are you trying to? This might be more towards nature if you're trying to understand, like, what do you want to know about them?
I want to know if this is like an aggressive action or if it's like looking for help. Like it might be a little bit of insight.
Animal handling check.
Okay.
Does it have a rider?
It does not,
Okay.
but it does have a saddle that's empty.
Okay.
Oh,
9.
9. That's a big fucking monster thing coming towards you. You're not quite sure what it
I'm
wants.
gonna call out to everybody like Griffin.
All right. I think it lost its rider. Let's clear a spot on the deck.
And as you say that, and you guys see it starting to fly towards you, as it gets closer and closer and closer, you do actually realize it has a very large javelin sticking out of one of its wings.
Okay.
And it's seeing you guys managed to clear everybody out of the way,
Yeah.
and it crashes onto the top deck.
Dix is going to perform first aid.
I will also assist.
While they're doing that, I want to be looking out kind of in the direction that it came from to see if there's something else out there that's coming for it.
I'm gonna keep an eye out too.
Cool.
Um,
Both of you give me perception checks.
While I'm doing first aid, I want.
Can I assist him?
I got 17.
While I'm trying to perform first aid on the javelin, I want to see if anybody knows like the origin of it or what it looks like or where it's from.
You see many of the crew here look a little bit confused over it. They aren't really interested, other than the fact that they're trying to go up and fix the rigging this thing crashed down through. They're very quick and on top of this. They're just like, no.
What does the javelin look like? Does it look like a specific kind of iron? Or...
No, it does not. This looks like it's made out of metal, actually.
Okay.
or sorry, not metal, wood. Actually, it looks like it's very finely made wood. With you guys at 17 on perception, you guys don't see anything coming out. You had a question?
I didn't want to interrupt. Would I know griffins to be considered animals or beasts, or are they monsters?
They are monsters,
Okay.
but trainable.
I'm gonna burn a detect. So I'm thinking of burning spells to talk to this guy, but while you're describing
Yep.
the setting.
Sticks, if you go ahead and roll me first aid
We don't see anything at all.
or medic, seems fine.
I'll help with the rigging then.
17.
Spider walking up there. 17, awesome. So as you guys manage to kind of pin it down, pin the wing, and you see that as soon as it has hands on it, this thing must have been very well trained at some point in time.
Okay.
Because it knows what's going on. In fact, with your detect thoughts, it's like pain, pain. Oh, okay, handlers.
Okay.
Still.
I will I'll use my action basically, and it can choose to make a wisdom saving throw to prevent me from being more like I'm gonna lose awareness of every other mind to focus on this griffin specifically. If it has an intelligence lower than 3, I can't do this.
I think griffins are actually fairly smart.
Yeah. That's why I
Oh.
just burned the spell slot instead of. Can I roll a check to see how smart they are? You know, kind of thing.
Oh, they're not. They're actually not smart.
Okay.
Dumb?
Yeah, they have a 2.
Okay, so it doesn't work. All right. I burn the spell slot. I might get like those brief flashes of it, but it just doesn't stick at all. Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of pain going on, and they're confused. Some of the other things that you pick up on is that it doesn't know where its rider went.
I can't talk to it or do anything to communicate, but I think if we get it healed, it'll listen and be pretty calm. It lost its rider, and it doesn't know where its rider is.
To be fair, and I don't know a whole lot about these kind of creatures, I don't think this is something we should keep on the vessel. I think once it's healed, we should let it fly off.
Seems very well trained.
Right, but this ship, to my knowledge, isn't, prepared for a full-size griffin to just stay on it. I mean, you can ask the captain about it, but I'm just
I'll ask him
Fair.
if we can keep a pet when we're done with whatever is about to happen, because I'm worried that it didn't find this javelin by itself.
right. But it can also just fly off on its own and go wherever it wants.
Right.
So as you pull the javelin out, you manage to get it fixed up a little bit. Rolling over that 17 medicine check, this thing's been flying for a while. It's probably been flying non-stop for a while, just out of fear of getting how hard it was hit. It is not looking well. It is underfed, a little emaciated,
Okay.
and it's probably going to lose some functionality of that wing.
So, I'm gonna ask you this earlier, just because you were apparently designated as a cook, which is a good idea from them.
I never rolled
So-
with the mushroom platter.
So I want to. Are you familiar with the spell that creates food?
I can purify it,
You can't.
but I can't make it.
Lucky for you. I'm going to cast. Or how's the weather like right now? Where are we?
It's still pretty rough. At the moment, the rain's kind of let up, but it's still fairly windy.
I'm gonna have. So I'm gonna patch up the griffin as best I can, and then I'm gonna bring Sayil down to like the lower deck where it's like, chill. And then I'm gonna create food and water, and it creates 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range, enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 seeds for 24 hours. Food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten for 24 hours. And I just kind of like, and then I'm like, do your magic.
All right, so this is one of the things that actually isn't magic. It's that I have to physically do.
Hello.
Hi.
Bye.
Scared the shit out of me.
I can cook this up. We can add this to dinner, and we could probably use this to feed the griffin.
Yes. You think the griffin would care if it's bland?
It'll be fine.
Or there.
I'm gonna go.
There's 12 crewmates total.
So it could feed 5 steeds or 15 crewmates, I'm gonna try and ration out like enough for the 12 crewmates, and then one.
I
For
think
the
dinner's being made by Saeed.
Yeah,
Or just to help.
we already have enough provisions, but
Yeah,
like
just-
if we use a lot of this instead of what we have, then that'd be really cool. So I think if we add this to what we were gonna cook, it'll make our food stretch a lot longer.
Excellent.
cool.
So I'm gonna bring out a portion for the griffin.
Yeah.
To get it fed.
And I would like to cast a spell and then give somebody else the spotlight. I'll just whisper in Sylvan like it's gonna be okay and cast healing
I'm gonna go.
on the whole.
I'm gonna go gather what the captain thinks about this and what he wants to do since it's his vessel.
All right, so you guys go up, give it food. You see that it is very, almost like a pit bull when it's like splooted all the way out.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
frog legs in back, the front
Okay.
legs forward, and that's how it sprawled itself out so you guys could work on its wing. It has basically only moved itself up to the elbows at this point in time, and it's just breathing hard. You bring this food up, put it in front of it, and if you still have detect thoughts or anything up going, you just hear feed.
Yep. Just bowl of water, bowl of food. I'll run a hand over the javelin wound and try to patch it up a little bit.
And it starts to patch up. Cax, as you're about to turn and go speak with Captain Quill,
Yep.
you see that he's already making his way down. Like, just what?
We found a pet.
It's good.
It's
Not attacking anybody.
It's not attacking anybody. It's clearly well trained. It lost its rider. It looks like it's been flying for quite a while. It's hurt. It hasn't ate. It hasn't drank. But it's not going after anybody. It seems extremely well trained, and having hands on it and everything is not a bother to it. What do you want us to do with it?
We can keep a large griffin on my ship the entire time.
That's what I thought. How-
As
How far away are we from the nearest port or the first stop?
We're still a few days away.
Is it something that we could just drop off there to somebody?
Well, if
Maybe
it flies, it can just dip on its own.
it's wings.
Sorry, I'm not being a very good DM at the moment. It's been a minute since I DM'd. Let me actually get into a bit of a character.
It's okay. But it might not be able to fly. It's got the javelin was in its wing. They're patching it up. It's going to need a little bit of time to refeed. I agree. This isn't something that we need to keep on the vessel, but I also don't want to just dump it off the side of the ship and let it fend for itself if it can't fly. It'll probably just die.
Sticks walk by in the background, like I want to name it Gary, carrying like 45 pounds of food.
Just let them. Just
Yeah. Okay.
they mean well.
You see him kind of like recenter himself a little bit. It is a beautiful beast. I don't want to kick it off the side. I think that would be wrong to do, even if it would be convenient.
If I can have a couple of us keep an eye on it, take watch with it until we get to the next port town, and then we'll find some place or someone who can take it. Does that work for you?
I feel as though I don't have a decision besides having it burden us or sending it out to die. So, I suppose.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on it. We won't let it bother any of your crew.
For the record, I do not believe this is your fault for it happening. It sounds like you think I'm putting that onus on you, which I'm not.
No. But we're making sure it's not a problem, which is our job.
This is true, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. He
Yep.
walks away and goes, I need to go to talk to Namfoodle
Yep.
about how much food. Oh, taken care of.
All right. I'll go.
So, if he like sees us with the food, we made more than the Griffin needs, so we're gonna pad out the food inventory for, as long as we have this guy, we won't be going through as much of the ship's rations.
Outstanding.
I'll go down and talk to everybody and be like, all right, we gotta keep an eye on it.
Has there been anything in the distance? I'm still like looking out.
No,
No? Okay.
legitimate nothing.
So as the captain walks by, I'm just gonna say I've been keeping an eye out from the direction it came. It doesn't look like anything's on the arrival following it.
Delightful.
Perimeter
Swap it.
secure. Yeah.
In fact, can you all give me a collective great charisma check?
Ooh, just charisma, right?
Just charisma.
I got a 15.
16.
Or
That checks.
12.
well, okay. You can see he's genuinely impressed with your guys. It crashed on. You were immediately there, calmed the situation down, provided food, and he's just like he went down. We're like, what is all this? Okay.
What's going on? Wait, we're gonna use less food.
We have a pet on board, and we're using less resources.
While this is happening, I'm also not sure if it's going to work, but just kind of curious as I've never really had to do it before. I'm gonna cast tongues on the griffin.
What's that do?
So
If it speaks a language, you can speak.
So this spell grants a creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, not sure if this part will be something that happens. Any creature that knows at least one language can hear the target and understand what it says.
So it itself does not speak,
Okay, cool.
but it does understand all of you know.
So I'm just gonna quietly just to say, you probably understand some language. Where did you come from?
They are going to
Too intelligent
never
is
having.
hard to
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say never
Oh,
having
no.
such a pointed question towards them. They just stare off the direction of the boat, and you see them kind of like look down.
So you think your rider is okay?
Their body language definitely shifts and becomes more brought in, and
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, while this is happening, I'm also going to cast Cure Wounds.
I was gonna say, Thale, like you're mentioning like detect thoughts earlier. Are you able to like translate for us?
I tried. If it doesn't naturally speak a language, or if there's not enough mind there to detect, then I can't. It's not as effective. I can.
I understand that, but since they can understand us now, I thought maybe like there might be some more like context clues that you would pick up than us.
All right. I'm gonna try casting it again and see if we get a little bit more extra information out of it.
you're gonna do a ritual cast instead of burning it this time.
Yeah.
Sure. You guys have very easily settled the situation down.
I'm spending a good amount of time like trying to tell where it likes the scritches the most.
Can I explain to them the situation I worked out with the captain while he's ritual casting
Yeah.
that just for expediency?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, yeah, we just need to keep an eye on it until we get to the next port town. Make sure it doesn't bother any of the crew, and then we will drop it off with somebody
Okay.
who can.
I
handle
think
it.
it's probably prudent of us to try to
But-
collect information. So when you're ready, let us know.
I kind of want to keep it.
We just started a journey, and the captain said
Yeah, we're down a friend. We don't have anybody big and punchy. This is big
he
and punchy.
said he cannot keep this large animal on his vessel. We were hired. We were late.
Okay, let's not argue about this now. I think it's more important for us to talk to it and see where it's
I think
at.
it's more important to get
Oh, yeah.
connected
Hey, by the
emotionally
way,
to it,
guys-
so we can't get rid of it later.
By the way, guys,
Yeah. Look,
he can understand what you're saying.
can I ask it a question
Okay.
after the ritual casting's done?
Sure.
Okay. What's your name?
Me.
Yeah. Actually, no. It would be. Let me.
Was it embroidered on the saddle?
It is not, but I have an idea.
Oh yeah,
Great.
Hex, would you mind searching the saddle?
Sure. I'll take a look in the saddle.
I will provide assistance.
I will search the saddle and the griffin itself.
Yeah, we didn't get the griffin.
Yeah, get all those griffin pockets.
Please do not. Please do not.
You've lost the pure strength for it, but you can like
Does anybody have it? Yeah, I've got high
maneuver it
dexterity.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
A modified version of the 1-inch punch.
No.
What is happening over there?
I'm translating something really quick.
Okay.
He's looking at griffin speech.
No, I'm looking up Arabic, which I use for Sylvan in my setting. So his name is Ria,
Ria.
Yeah.
which means wind.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
This adorable doofus here is named Ria. A very pretty name.
What were you attacked by?
You would be yellow plated ones.
Yellow plate.
Does that mean anything to you, Cotton Quill?
Any groups or marauders bearing yellow plate?
I think only I can hear.
Yeah, he's
I'm
translating.
assuming he's translating.
Oh, it's back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will kind of shakes his head and goes, no, there are a few pirate factions, but that's normally not until you hit the Missy proper. We're not even there yet.
Were they pirates?
Oh.
There's a confusion on the word pirate.
Yeah.
They don't understand the
Um.
context of pirate.
Were they? Was there a lot, or just a few? Just one or two.
Ground full.
Ground full. The ground is full of yellow plate wearing people.
They throw the sticks up.
I'm hearing this and I'm remembering back to the battle that Abigail is actively fighting and coming back and forth from.
Right. Do they have Griffin Riders in the Elven forces?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So it came from the war front where Abigail was at. Is going to be my assumption.
Okay.
What was your rider doing? Was he fighting? Was he
Protecting.
protecting? Okay. So this is a protective detail unit
Fighting in the war.
fighting in the war.
Man, I wanted a new pet, but like,
Not
Actually, now that you've put this together
Yeah.
and you were looking over the harness and everything itself, can you please give me a history check at advantage?
do you want me to do my investigation on the harness?
Yes. Sorry, I got a lot going on.
Yeah, you're good. Ooh.
I think you have advantage because you were being assisted.
Okay.
11?
Yeah.
All right. With 11, you don't really know what the crest on the you don't know what the crest on the harness itself is, but you know it's not the current coat of arms of Veldan. Veldan has a golden tree as its crest. This is a silver tree with that is in a very much different stylization. The golden one is large, flowy, open, right?
Right.
This one is a silver tree that seems to be a little bit smaller with a enclosed circle.
Who is fighting in the war right now? You know, the Elven government, and then what was the other side?
Separatist.
Are they a bit more closed off, isolationist,
Yeah.
pulling from older iconography, from maybe the Third Age,
Yeah.
where they might have used silver?
Weird.
All right, so we're keeping him.
26.
This was a griffin for
26.
the
Okay.
people who Abigail is fighting. This is for the separatist side.
Shouldn't
Do
we
you
not?
care about that?
What?
They literally does not understand.
Yeah.
So with 26, you find that there is a boot still in one of the stirrups.
Nice.
Is there a foot in the
Okay.
boot?
No.
Oh, darn it.
And it seems like that might have been the issue.
What
Yeah.
What does the boot look like?
It looks like nice sturdy leather. It looks like it was very much a combat boot of some sort. Has been dyed red with silver trimming,
Okay.
like silver thread and stuff going up it. There is a fairly large longsword on one side of the saddle, as well as a batch of javelins on the other.
Okay.
and then there is a still a full quill or
Quiver.
quiver. Thank you. There's still a full quiver of arrows, but there's no bow.
Okay.
So
That's it.
Okay.
this was one of the separatists' griffins. I think now it's our griffin.
Ariel, the captain said we can't keep it.
The captain hasn't been spoken to by me yet.
You can go talk to him if you want, but just remember that we are under contract for the guild,
Mm-hmm.
and that we already made a bad impression by being late.
We didn't make a bad impression. We just needed to
What-
provide context.
We're still not done like getting
Info?
questions out.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So I guess
Tongues last for an hour, by the way.
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
I want to know if it could bring us back to where it lives, like if it has homing kind of tendencies.
If we asked you to show us, would you know how to find your way back home?
Yeah. You go towards the golden fields.
Towards the gold fields. That's how you get home?
Yeah. There is a sense of like assuredness though.
Yeah.
Like they obviously don't work by cardinal directions.
Right.
Right. But it is almost like when you ask the question, can you? It's like, yes. How dare you ask that question?
Right.
Of course I can.
Can I describe it? Maybe not.
Right, exactly. He just knows that's where the golden fields are.
Extremely confident that he could show us the way home. But I think that's the opposite direction where our job is, so maybe on the way back.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if it knows how to get home, then that means that we have options. And it's not gonna be cruel to, just
I don't think we should all cover Ria's ears. I don't think we should send this powerful magical beast of military capacity back to the separatist forces that are fighting against a person that is paying us to do this job.
yeah.
Which actually, speaking of, I'm sorry to hop in. I didn't mean to cut you off too quickly. You all made 125 gold off finding the children. Yep.
Fighting the
Fighting
The children.
I heard
Finding.
fighting. the children. I was like,
125.
125. It
I
was
was
split
gonna-
6 ways.
I was gonna ask that if we had more time to do stuff around the town, but
Okay. So I agree. I'm just saying that one, we know how to get it there. Also, it might not realize who we are, and that
Definitely
it
does.
crash landed on like a less than friendly ship,
we're definitely friends with it.
and I
now.
don't know if it's bonded with somebody.
Right.
It's like Avatar where they touch hair.
so
How did you feel about your writer? Were they nice?
My favorite.
Your favorite? All right.
That's so sad.
I once detect thoughts wears off, I'd like to pop identify to see if this is under magical connections, like a beast
Sure.
bond.
You once that wears out, and that would have been about like the right amount of time, the amount of questions you guys had under the ritual. You then do another ritual for identify, which takes a little bit of time, but there is nothing on it.
Okay.
well trained beast
Yeah, it's not magically connected to anybody or bound to them, but it does seem to have a fondness for its
Okay.
writer, who's probably.
So, can we get a group huddle going? I want to talk without the crew listening. real quick.
I figured this entire thing was us.
it's
around
just
the
us
person.
around the creature. The
I'm-
crew's
just
working
for
on the
the
rigging.
sake
Big
of
Griffin
being
also puts his arms
For the
out.
sake of being explicit, everybody lean in.
Would you
How
cover
do we-
us?
You-
Like covers with the wings.
Yeah.
One wing comes up, and the other one.
Well, not that one. No.
I'm gonna use my wings.
Yeah.
For the gap.
And I'm gonna say it very quietly. Okay, so it sounds like the captain doesn't necessarily want us to keep it. So we either have to prove its worth, or we have to find a way to make it like livable on this ship, so that it's not like a problem.
Well, Styx, how often can you pull food out of there? Would that be a thing we could do consistently?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you mind doing that?
Sure. Yeah.
So I think if we offered the trade of me helping with the cooking and going through less of the food they were expecting to go through, in exchange for us now having a really cool pet who can do the frontline fighting because none of us can. I think that'd be really cool, personally speaking. Kex, you seem to have some hang-ups.
I feel like I'm fighting me, Sam. I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle here.
Its name
So-
its name is Rhea, and it has a
It-
hurt wing, and it loves its rider.
It doesn't. It doesn't have to be forever. Just until we figure out.
Well, that's
What
what
we
I'm
can do.
saying. Is me and the captain already talked about what we can do with it. He said we can keep it on here and keep it watchful until we get to the next.
I just
port.
imagine like the griffin's face is right here and has like the derpy eye.
It's
eagle eye.
There's-
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
like a bald eagle's
massive.
face.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna look over to the group and I'm going to say, okay, I'm gonna describe the captain. This one, you really want to impress because if not, we can't feed you as much anymore.
That one liking you will get you a little bit more food and taste your food. So try to make sure that one thinks you're cool.
Guys, this is
You'll
a
get a treat.
really well trained monster beast, whatever it is, and
Friend.
Rhea.
it's
It's a
not.
friend.
It's
Her
not.
name is Rhea, and she's a
It's
friend.
not magically bound to anything,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we don't even know with its wing and its physical condition how long it will take to recover.
Right, we
and
have
if
to
it can
love
even,
and care for it.
if it can even fly anymore.
look at its face.
Sam is
It
literally
is not.
Kex,
We
Kex,
cannot.
we took
no.
you in. You can't just like.
This one hasn't even bit us.
The captain does not want this on the ship for the entire journey. If it's that big of a deal, there's always a point we
It's
can
a- I
come
can just
back
make it
for it.
invisible.
It's a security issue to let it go away.
It's not when we drop it off the next.
It is
port
if we
down.
talk to the captain.
No,
How's
it's
about-
not.
Kex,
Guys, we are on a contract here. We really like. I get it.
if I
But we are on a contract
Should we
here.
vote?
We are. No, we shouldn't vote because I'm going to lose anyways. And why am I even talking about this? Because I know that I'm.
would you feel better if I spoke to the captain?
I told you to speak to the captain, but I already.
No, I'm not. I'm going to, but I want to know if you would feel better if I got his.
I don't think we should keep it.
Okay. Other than the captain not approving, do you have concerns about keeping the griffin?
Yes, because it's another thing that we have to keep an eye on. First off, when our entire mission that we're supposed to be here is to keep an eye on the entire crew, the whole ship, and to fight anything that comes in to hurt anything,
Yeah,
and to secure all the gems. So that's adding a monster
it
that.
has never hurt us to have more friends. And
We are-
honestly, we need as many as we can get.
How big is this thing compared to us?
It is large. It's
Right.
considered large. So it takes up a 10-foot by 10-foot area.
Yep.
2 of you could ride it at a time.
Yep.
It takes.
That's not me going like
Yeah.
being a proponent,
No.
but it is a lot of work.
It takes up an extremely large portion of the top of this vessel. We can't get it down off of any other place other than the top. So it's going to be in the way of the entire crew. It's going to be in the way. We don't even know if we can get it to fight for us. We don't. Think of the good that this is an extremely well trained animal. The next place that we go to, think of how much good that this thing could do for the port city that we go to. Think of how much help that having a beast like this could do for other people.
Or
We don't need
It-
this. We're not supposed to have
would
this,
get-
and the
it would-
captain doesn't want us.
It would get Preston to military service if we drop it off at a city.
We should be fighting
Just
for
to
the
give
good
you
side.
guys an idea of how big it is.
Yep.
It's
It's got like
We gotta-
25 places it can.
I
hide
have a
from.
question.
Yeah.
Could it be in the nets underneath the boat?
Are those not strong?
a good chance
It's-
of repping them.
What if you reinforce it?
So Avery just had a bunch of ideas ripped through his head, and he said that I need you to do a nature or animal handling check.
I want to talk to him again.
So, Stick, I think you might be the best suited for that kind of thing.
Nature, animal.
Maybe I can help you.
Do you want to say that in RP wise? Like ask him.
I
a
don't know
question?
how to say that.
Hey,
RP
Sticks,
wise.
can I-
Ironically, nature
Yeah.
is not my thing. I'm gonna,
I mean, you're the closest thing that we have to like
Spending a lot of time in
Flight-
Celestia
flight and bird.
and like dealing with pets of deceased and trying to rehome them. I will.
Rehome dead pets. What?
No,
That's his whole job.
my patrons.
Sticks, you're probably the best healer that we have on board. You're probably the best equipped
With
kind of.
advantage.
That
Oh,
one
thank God, because that was one.
Yeah.
was it?
2 ones in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute leg end. Like,
No way. Was that actually? That was 2 nat ones in a row.
This seems like a great idea.
No!
You know, seems fine.
Jeremy went to timeout in the bathroom.
I hope that picked up.
There's a scary clown in the bathroom.
Yeah, I have some portraits.
I would like to put forward the compromise that we will care for, feed, and hang out with this friendo until we get to the city. And when we do, we can take a second look at whether or not we can actually take care of this guy, if he's going to be useful or not, or if we need to find the local governor and say goodbye to an incredibly cool and powerful air superiority.
Okay. That's your point.
Yeah.
Man, you know, this is all directly Apollo's fault, by the way. This
Yep.
was a random encounter
Yep.
that he rolled. And he's not even here to see it!
It's okay. He has a bot.
Yeah. Alright. So, is that just exactly how you're pitching it to this captain? Like, listen, dude. Like,
Yeah, basically. Like, we've already figured out the food. We'll make sure, like, we can see that cleanliness is a big thing on the ship, and I'll, like, prestidigitate away muddy marks on the deck from where it landed, and mend together a floorboard or something.
you see, just, seeing as that I've already agreed to not kick it off the ship in the first place, I suppose we can revisit this, depending on how it does in the coming days. I will not deny you that, but do not be surprised if it's a no.
Yep. I just had to do the full, like, 12-year-old wants a pet negotiation.
Kex was the parent. Like, this is a big responsibility and you're not ready for it.
No, Kex was the sibling that doesn't like dogs and wants a pet. Like,
Sam, you understand they're not actually giving you a hard time.
I know.
Okay.
I want.
You already lost.
We already have a pet at home.
More.
It's a fair
Alright.
point, but our office is pretty big.
No.
That griffin would not fit in your home.
All I'm saying is that Leonard the
Wow.
Lion has been lonely. His name is Leonard the Lonely Lion.
Oh,
It needs
man.
a catbird thing to be friends with.
All right.
Okay.
So, with that fiasco handled, I think now is probably a good time for us to take a break before we launch into our next leg of the journey. Sound good?
Yeah, do you
Yep.
want to full screen on Minecraft?
No.
Okay.
I will. But that means I need to set it up. I was gonna do this. I'm gonna do this instead, where it's just all of it. But we can do that later.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we're back. Hello. When we left off, we had a goodbye with Hush going off with his brother to go fight some other fights. You guys got on the Sunset Squall, took off, got the lay of the land on how the boat works and what your jobs are on it. Then a griffin crash landed onto the ship, and you guys had to take care of it. There's a bit of a debate on whether to keep it or leave it, and that looks like it's being pushed out to another day. Patch.
If I'm not supposed to pet it, why is it shaped like a friend?
Why is it friendship?
This is a gift from the sun god.
Definitely not the elven insurgents.
Separatists?
Uh-huh.
Roger.
But as you guys are making your way over land, you are finally. Yeah, these planes could not be better timed, actually.
We're coming in hot!
Still flying half.
The griffin got caught in the turbine.
No capes.
What? No wings.
Oh god,
Oh,
damn.
wow.
You guys, fun.
Oh my god.
I need a moment.
Composure.
Yeah, basically. You guys
Ugh.
are starting to actually reach the Mist Sea itself. There's this giant column of orange, green, blue roiling mist coming from this giant crater in the ground, up and up and up until it starts to diffuse with the sky. The actual composition of it, you guys don't really know. As you're all getting closer, this column that spans for miles and miles and miles, the captain walks up to you guys and goes like, okay, who here has been to the Mist Sea proper?
Definitely not
You've been to
me.
the borders. You've not
Okay.
been inside.
I've been to the borders.
Definitely not me.
It's going to feel weird. The air makeup is a little bit different. You want to breathe all the way out. All the way out. Then breathe back in the phlogiston. You can breathe it. It will feel weird for a little bit. You will get used to it.
I'll just hold my breath the whole time.
How are you gonna talk? Oh wait, no. Yeah, he's gonna hold his breath the whole time.
Don't worry, I can read his mind when he wants to speak.
I can make it so you hear my thoughts.
That is true,
You can.
actually.
Yeah.
I don't need
Terrifying
to speak.
prospect.
Hear me and obey.
Yes. Just so you're aware, it's going to burn a little bit, but you'll be fine. All right.
That's a good sign.
Okay. Here we go. And you can feel as the ship starts to pick up speed a little bit more into it. And do you all follow his instructions?
Oh, of
I don't have to.
Oh, I'll like try to tell where that barrier is and have my lungs empty when we hit it.
I'm going to keep talking to him completely normal.
Because you don't breathe.
Yeah.
That undead nature.
Mm-hmm.
6. That's the opposite of what he asked you to do.
This is good
All right.
shit.
You guys hit it and breathe out, and he's right. There's this very odd moment where as you guys start to breathe in this new mixture of air and whatever this phlogiston stuff is, it does burn.
Not a fan.
It is
Can I see a visual difference between air and phlogiston?
it is a mist in the air. So yes. And to that point, visibility gets drastically reduced once you guys hit the Mist Sea. There's no longer a horizon.
Or
Correct.
Wonderful. Love it.
1v1 me, Baron Pit.
Love it.
the griffin comes in with a steel chair.
It's Nundo cleaver throwing.
Yeah.
You guys see as you are about to hit, the captain is going over charts and looking up at the sky, making his last minute notations while he can still see something to even base off of. There is a very finely tuned set of navigation instruments in his console next to him as he goes. So you, Sayil, being a little bit more interested in this, if you're like sitting there looking over his shoulder, you can see that he actually has like, there are sensors that actually level out, so he can tell which way the ship is facing.
Yeah. Okay.
Pitch and yaw.
I didn't say this explicitly, but I would like to shadow whoever is captaining and piloting at any point when I'm not like that'll be my lookout spot when I'm on shift. Just trying to put down the foundation for picking up proficiency in non-water vehicle.
Cool.
You probably have to crouch down, actually, not look over his shoulder.
I have very high I install a small mirror right where it's convenient for me.
And actually, to that point, this ship has a day shift and a night shift. Are you guys splitting the party? Do you guys pair up for?
I'd imagine we would probably have to do shifts just so that we're on guard 24/7. I don't know if we'd want to do like 1 6-hour shift per, and then the other 6 hours. So like we're up and moving for 12 hours, but you're on for 6 and you are nearby for 6.
You're on reserve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that sound fair to everybody?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, that's fine. Kex would probably be spending most of his time on the top deck, anyways.
Yeah, I probably
enjoying the breeze because he's never seen anything like this.
Right.
So
my hammock's up there unless it's pouring.
I love you all, but Flolax is doing none of that shit. He's going and he's gonna go play marbles with all
I was
the.
gonna go play stones.
Yeah, he's gonna go play stones.
I will.
That's amazing.
I want.
There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time for all of it. Don't worry. All right. So as you guys hit the phlogiston itself, let's see, who's taking which shift?
I can take the first one.
Who has night vision?
Not me.
Me.
All right, so we should probably plan everybody who has night vision.
First,
Dawn
second,
dusk.
Night vision.
third, fourth.
I'll help with breakfast in the morning, so
Okay. So,
I'll go from the wee hours. And
Okay.
We can split it up 2 and 2.
so first, second, third, fourth. How about that?
Lolex is there during sun up. You guys are the 3 of us are gonna be covering sundown a lot of the time, and you're gonna get the dead
week.
night.
Yeah, because
Sounds
obvious
good.
for August.
All right.
It makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to be like he's in the sun and whatever. It's fine.
You can do like
Yeah.
dusk, you
I
know.
it's fine.
We can have an owl take a night watch. That literally works. And
Watch is ended.
All right. So as you guys are making your way through, this would be actually during second shift. So Lolax.
I'm on reserve watching the captain.
So how does this game work?
You're not even above deck right now.
Sail's been really good. Sail's been really good about staying up top when I'm on shift, so I'm just down here on shift. Like...
We can actually get into this really quick, sure. You are down there in the crew quarters trying to learn how to play stones. They tell you this is a game called Lodestone. Basically, you ante up how much money you want in weight. There are different stones with different weight. The game's all centered around inertia. Meaning
Different stones for different. Okay.
different stones for different weight, but also the amount of money that you ante up is how much weight you can move per turn. So, if you really wanted to, and somebody thought they were really good at this game, they could ante up less money than you and try to outmaneuver you. They'd only be able to take the general buy-in is 15 copper per turn, 15 copper per pot.
Okay.
It's normally a one-on-one. You can play it with more people if you'd like. So you can you have flagships, which are worth 5 weight. Then you have it goes down into smaller and smaller ships. So you have 3 flagships. You have a handful of 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. And then it is up to you to put them down on your side of the board how you want them to be. And then you start. And then you can move up to, if you were to do 15 weight, you can move up to 15 weight of ship at a time. They also interact with each other, so you'd have to like maneuver around yourself, right? Maneuver around them, and all your pieces only go in straight lines. The
Okay.
objective is to knock the enemy's flagships off the board.
Okay.
You do that by ramming into them, and then whatever inertia your stone has bounces that stone back.
However many, like the difference between the 2 stones.
Yep.
Wait. Okay.
Which means flagships are basically act like queens. They're very good at maneuvering and also doing heavy hits.
I thought they only moved in straight lines, except for the flagship.
No, they still only move in straight lines, but they can move 5 squares, 5
So
hexes
they
at
just
time.
have a heavier weight.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's basically how you play stones.
Cool. How many people are down here playing stones?
So there's 6 people down there, but only 2 of them are playing stones at the time.
I'm gonna approach every like the thing, and like I've probably figured out like how it works by like watching, or maybe like there's like a person there like kind of describing it, and I want to say to like all the 6 people like, why don't we do a tournament? Like all play at once. Like I know it's usually like a one-on-one, but I mean, there's no reason to not like make some friends, right?
We only have the one board.
Can I minor illusion a larger board?
You'd be able to do a 5 square foot board, I think. Yeah. you
Yeah.
could. And thank you, Robin, for the follow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You could.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
All right. You minor illusion a bigger board, and you see them kind of just their eyes get a little bit bigger as they stop and think about the implications. They are gnomes. They're magically inclined naturally.
Yeah.
But you get the idea that they really like the tactileness
Yeah.
of playing the game. But if you want to run a tournament and you can have 2 boards going at the same time, this also works. That said, you would have to be the one manning the board the entire time
Okay.
because it's a minor illusion. So you'd have to keep.
Yeah. Keep going.
But yeah, if you want to do a tournament, you can definitely do a
I'm
tournament.
gonna do a tournament, and so I have to run the board, so I can't play.
You would have to. You'd have to run the board. You can play while you're running the board, obviously.
Yeah.
But when it's their turns, they would have to dictate where they want to go to you, and you'd have to update the minor illusion essentially.
Got it. Okay. So
You're literally
Oh.
running the Roll20 map.
got it. So even the stones are like minor illusions.
Yeah, because they only have the one set.
Got it. Okay, this is really fucking cool. I love this. Yeah, I'm just gonna like start running the game, and I'm just gonna like try to like get a little bit of small talk, and then like, what's your name? Like, and then I'll like update the board counter and like that kind of thing, and then like there'll be like little bubbles above like the like the thing for the weight and like how much they are, and like updates in real time, and when there's like clashes, there's like.
I wonder where
This is
low
amazing.
I like that a lot. It's really cool.
Yeah. Actually, if everybody could, if you guys want to participate, like as the crew members in this tournament, can you all roll me a d20?
We add anything?
It'd be your intelligence modifiers. So for the crew, this would be a +2 standard.
If we're all adding a +2, then wouldn't the result be same as if we're not adding a +2?
Well, we also have somebody non-crew playing.
I thought she had to be the referee running the illusion.
You have to do both.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay,
I
cool.
retract.
14,
19.
18, 8. Lolex?
14.
14. All right, so that would be. Oh, I need roll. Sorry, I'm going through the bracket in my head now. So I basically went like boom, 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 boom. One of my guys succeed and they advance. It's honestly a slaughter. One of them seems like a younger gnome that doesn't really know what they're doing.
Wait, I missed watching you play with yourself?
I'm not putting the board up.
I never want
All the rules aren't finished yet.
So,
See from there. You got a 14, correct?
Yeah.
And then Jeremy, your guy got a 16?
14.
14. Okay. This is a long, drag-out game between the two of you. The two of you are actually positioning quite well and keeping your flagships in place very safe. At this point in time, can you guys actually roll me another set?
Come on, Jeremy. Well, actually, I'm going to use my other one. What you get?
3. Nat 1.
11.
All right. Lolex, can you explain how you managed to outposition?
Okay, so are you able to combine weights of 2 stones?
That's something that's been discussed.
That's something that's been discussed. You can coordinate them to hit at the same time.
Cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna think back to like all the different combat encounters that we've been a part of, and like how strategically like we've played it out, and I'm gonna remember that we flanked a lot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna maneuver a piece so that like it was kind of like off by itself, and like I'm gonna bait them into like going towards that piece because there's like a smaller one and they maybe want it off the board. And then I'm going to use the queen, or sorry, the flagship, and I'm going to make sure that it's like dead on, and I'm gonna set like a trap. So like it's a 2-turn trap where like I move it just a little bit, and then suddenly I can go like all the way across the board and
I
like
love
hit
this.
them at the same time. And
It's literally
that's-
exactly how I think about this game being played, by the way.
Yeah.
This is great.
So we're gonna strategically like knock them at the same time, and that's how we do it.
Fuck yeah. You managed to get. Thank you.
You managed to get a bag of Sonics in your hand.
Is this mine?
Thank you. You managed to get that positioning done. You managed to hit them both at the same time, positioning that smaller ship off. So it's like it looks like it's right next to the edge of this board, and then boop, knock their last flagship off. You see, there's a bit of a stunned silence as a outsider, an Unbound, essentially, has beaten them at a game of stones, and they're just like. He hands you the money.
I'm gonna take the money and I'm gonna put it back in the middle, and I'm gonna say, this is for the next time that we play stones, and we're just gonna keep adding it to the pot.
He nods, shakes your hand, and just. What was your name again?
My name is Lolex.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bellenbearer.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for showing me like a little bit more about like this game and I suppose your culture. It's really nice.
You played well.
Thank you.
What the two of you get? Do you remember?
I got an 8.
19.
8, 19. All right. Your guys pretty
I got
handily
crushed,
defeated.
yeah.
So, with that, let's go and do. You guys want to play 3 at the same time?
We
Huh?
could.
You can load up the board that way. If you guys just wanted to do the 3 semifinalists.
Sure.
All right. We'll go ahead and do
Do I add anything or?
your intelligence modifier.
Cool. Oh shit.
It'll be best of 3.
Yes. The 0.
Spirit.
7.
7. I got a 21.
17.
17. All right. 1 success. Roll again.
Me?
Yep.
7.
19.
18.
1-1.
All right. So they managed to basically just gnome to gnome when. No.
If we got clowned on in our game
Exactly.
by a new person, no.
They took your threat seriously and managed to just position and knock you out of the board. So you were out of the running for this time.
Okay.
These two are tied. So this is going to be whoever wins this next bout. 12.
15.
Oof.
Fuck yeah. All right. Do you want to explain how you managed to beat your friend after they just helped you? How do you backstab them immediately?
I went into the whole arrangement disingenuously.
Oh man.
I managed to coordinate a pincer maneuver with him on the outsider, the godless heathen that would dare play our holy game. And having let him take the lead of that, my forces are still positioned on his flank to then drive him off the edge of the board.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's done. All right. Congratulations. Your dude won. And it's at that point in time, there's a giant shuddering in the ship. Sael, you up top and the captain both hear splintering of wood as there's just a
Wonder where Lolex was.
as
The Patriot battery.
as you guys are hit hard on your guys' right side. I would like everybody to roll me initiative, please.
I did say that I would be spending most of my time on the deck, so would I be on the deck?
Yeah, I'll put you on top.
Yep.
You're also on top.
I was caught completely unaware by this.
Actually, yes. It rolled very well on its stealth, and you'll see why in a moment.
Of course.
Yeah.
The moment
You roll
initiative.
you roll so good all the way through that,
Yep.
and then you just crush yourself.
That's how it goes. For Sago.
Put you down there.
Big up spaghetti.
Big up spaghetti. What's going on?
I don't even
here?
know what I was.
You're having a hard time over there.
Yeah,
it
it
sounds
was a
like.
big struggle.
Yeah.
Much wow. Oh,
6. I'm assuming 6 takes the night shift, so he's also under.
Yeah.
Down below. Okay. All right. I'm so excited.
Laying here.
Boop. Boop.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I know what that is.
For those of you that don't know, that's called a roper.
Can we switch it to battle cam mode?
We're about to. Yeah.
Cool.
That's a big ooh for a dart.
Doo-doo.
Roper.
I had a bad joke in my head pop up.
Hardly knew her.
Damn it. I was choosing not to say it.
You couldn't help yourself, could you?
We never can.
All right. So,
Mine's built different.
as you guys are hit by the side, Sail and Kex, as you guys are up top and actually looking down, you can see that there is 3 of these almost chitinous stone-like ropes, or harpoons in this case, have shot across this fog line and rammed into the side of the ship itself, and you guys have just come to actually a pretty quick stop as it is starting to reel you guys in. I need 6. What'd you get for initiative?
16.
Kex.
23.
Oh, it's auto updating. That's cool. 23.
Nope.
Sail.
I got a 7. I was rolling high teens until it came time for initiative.
Lolac.
Nat 20 for 22.
Nice.
Would have been
And I
so
did not
great
get
if
long
you...
rest. Correct?
Hmm?
Yeah.
No rest.
Has it been a day since the Griffin landed?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh,
towards
so you
the
get
tail end of your guys' journey, you're like this close to Stone's
So
Law.
everybody's full up on it.
Yep, you're good on everything.
Cool.
I would imagine we probably have you burn your spell slot for create food at the end of it, as opposed to the start of it.
All right.
I will set aside a spell slot, and I'm just going to mark off a 3rd level spell slot for that.
Holy shit, Bygone!
Hey,
Rated with a
Bygone.
party of 14!
Nice.
Perfect timing.
Alright,
Thank
Bygone!
you. We're about to have a fight.
Yeah!
Notorious BYG.
Every time.
Literally
Hey!
came in.
Go with Robin! Thank you!
Good.
All right.
This is awesome, thank you guys.
I haven't tested this with Roll20 yet. We're about to put on battle music. I'm sorry if it's super loud to start.
What's up, Simply? Oh, and there's Jello Bear. I think you're in our pool of like axolotls jelly.
That's true.
1K for hydrate, do it. Apollo's not here, I don't think though, unless he raided with you.
Oh, I just hit 40k channel points.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh, avian.
I wanna see
down to 1,000.
Yeah, Jello is cool.
How does it sound for you guys? We can't actually hear the battle music at the moment.
Why is it expensive? It's not expensive. You could hang out for a while.
Can't really hear you.
I don't know. Oh no. It's saying it's up
It
there.
says you're on 22. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh no, this is the worst time. We're getting raided and I don't even know.
Go.
Well,
It's our
It's okay.
aesthetic.
Music sounds cool. Could be a little bit louder though. Thank you, Bygone.
Oh, so they can hear it.
Yeah.
they can hear it.
Okay.
If we can increase that maybe a little bit. There's probably desktop audio in OBS or something.
Yep, there is.
Dope.
All right.
Hey,
So let's go and also get that to loop.
let's do it.
I like how it says Charlie the Raider.
All right. Brenton, we're at the top of the turn order with you. You see this massive stalactite creature coming out of the side of some of these like stone pillars coming up that are just
Nice.
floating inside this phlogiston mist as it is reaching out towards the ship. What do you do?
That's a good amount of distance away from me, right? Yeah, it's pretty far. The ballistas are loaded, right?
They sure are.
All right. Is that one up front bigger than the other ones?
It certainly is.
Is
It is
it?
not rotating all the way around there.
So it wouldn't be able to hit it.
No.
Okay.
There is a chance that we can reposition the ships though.
Okay. Well, for the time being, I will run up on the one that is visual. The one that has a line of sight with it.
It is basically dead nuts with it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Dude.
All right. D20 plus I guess that's still dexterity.
Yeah. So that's not proficiency though, right? Or would it be?
No, you're not proficient in all weapons. You're only
Okay,
proficient
so
in
just
use
plus
of rogue.
dex. So just
Yep,
dex.
just plus dex.
18.
18. I've not messed with the stats of the things that you see too much, but ropers are fucking scary already. As you fire it, it shoots and glances off its skin.
Okay.
As it just ricochets off, and that ballista's just gone.
Would I be able to reload and shoot again?
No, it is a full action to reload.
There's another one further down.
Yeah. Can I run and shoot the other one?
You should have the movement.
Yeah.
You definitely have the movement.
Alright, I'm
100%.
doing it again.
You run across instead of trying to set it back up, rotate, fire.
20.
Meets beats.
30, 20. Okay. So what am I rolling for damage?
4d10.
Ooh. Okay.
There's a reason it takes a full action to reload, though.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
That's about how much damage they did in medieval times.
Thanks.
Yeah.
8. Wait. No, that was 10.
So we all
Well,
agree that just because I was playing games below deck,
20.
this thing probably wouldn't have been caught by me anyway. So
Yeah.
27.
27 points of damage.
Not
Alright.
plus anything, right? Just flat 40-10.
Correct. Alright, you see as that fires out, it actually does slam into it, and there is a little bit of this weird black ooze that comes out of it. One of its remaining kind of tentacle roping appendages grabs it, pulls it out, and drops it.
Would I be able to gauge the distance of how far it is away?
It's literally that far. It is 30 feet.
I got 60 feet. I can throw a dagger for my bonus.
Wait a minute.
Bonus action, attack, second blade.
I would have let you make a second attack with that ballista, because you don't have extra attack. We're just gonna call it there.
Oh,
Instead of taking that away.
That's fine. That's fine. You're right. You're right, though. I'm
It's
so used
been a minute.
so used to playing literally everything that has 2 attacks.
Yep. All right. That is the end of Kex's turn.
That was probably all my movement too.
Oh hell yeah! Did it do it for me? I hope so. That'd be dope. Lolax, it is your turn.
it is my turn. Okay.
You are below. It's probably gonna take you about 30 feet to get out.
I mean that's my movement, so I'm gonna take my movement to like get out and kind of like orient myself.
Yep.
What did I miss all like the stuff that Kex was doing?
You would have popped right out right as you were seeing Kex load that ballista and fire. The second one.
Okay, cool.
So you see it. It's definitely right there.
So, kind of describe this like creature to me, like as I'm seeing it. Does it look flammable?
No. It really, really doesn't. It looks like it's made of stone.
You
Okay.
literally start combat.
No. So I'm going to like take a look at it, see that you're like firing that, and I'm just gonna like whirl up this like giant flaming pot of just golden flame, and it's just gonna shoot out, and then it's going to change into like kind of a thunder. And I'm gonna cast Fireball, and I'm going to use my meta magic to change it into thunder damage.
Fuck yeah, dude. Alright, you send this out, it makes contact, and there's just this shockwave as the phlogiston actually gets pushed out from the area, the concussive blast itself. And it needs to make a dexterity saving throw?
Yes, DC 15.
Oh boy!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It's very dexterous.
Oh.
I rolled a 19.
No.
-1.
No.
18.
Okay. Well, then that's half damage, right?
Yeah.
Is it vulnerable to thunder?
It is not.
Damn. Okay. It is rolling.
Oh, it is taking its time.
Make a
It's taking
roll.
its time. 27 halves, so 14,
13. Round down.
13. Okay.
Alright, you see as it's dropping this ballista off of itself, this concussive force, boom, hits right next to it, and there is a almost a spiderweb crack across its face as it actually takes quite a lot of that impact, even though it tried to dip down out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good hit. That is movement action. Do you have a bonus action you want to do?
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn. I don't have any movement left, but perhaps I can go prone.
Yeah, I suppose it doesn't take any movement to go prone. It takes half your movement to go up, but just look ragdolling down. Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to use that to get some more cover.
Okay, you got it. Styx, you're also under deck. You feel this alert. You were asleep during all this. So you're kind of rudely woken up, and actually as you sit up and look around, you can see one of these harpoon-like tentacles through the side of the hole.
And I would know it's part of a creature.
Probably not inherently, but it looks oddly made of stone.
Stone harpoon.
You know it's bad touch.
If you'd like, you can use your bonus action to do a nature check or Arcana.
Yeah,
Your choice.
I will do that. You stay with the dust sound.
Wise choice.
There's a reason you put that there.
Can I grab that from you real quick so the camera can see it?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
What's the bad touch dice?
So we have this little thunder hat, and we put it on the dice who roll bad. There's also a timeout chair that currently is being occupied, but we have a little setup for bad dice.
Yep.
I did nature specifically, and it was a 3. So.
Yep.
3?
I saw that.
That is a very odd-looking harpoon. Yeah.
Okay, I want to get up to deck.
All right, it'll take you 30 feet of movement to get up to deck. So you pop out right next to Lolac.
And
Just accounting for stairs and all that kind of stuff. I
can
understand
see-
it's not right now.
I can see the creature.
Oh yeah. Especially right now because there's this concussive blast moving all the phlogiston around. So you actually have the clearest shot to this thing that anybody has so far.
Does it have how far away is it?
From you currently? 40 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna use Ray of Sickness.
Okay.
And it needs to make a con 15 save.
Would you believe me if I said that the thing made of stone was pretty good at con saving throws?
I figured. So
Sorry.
failed save. Okay, so the con save is just for the poison.
Okay.
Oh, well no. I need to roll a hit. So.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's not a.
You roll a hit,
It's
and
a
then
cheaper
it will do a con save after it hits.
for the poison condition.
That's one of the rougher spells.
It's really good when it hits.
Yeah, but if both succeed, it's a really good spell.
Yeah.
I think it's balanced properly. Yeah. Poisonally.
25 to hit.
25, that'll hit. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
then it's gonna
It's
take.
the trust.
That seems like a starting point.
It's gonna take 2d8 of
Your level.
poison damage, but it did save, so it's not poison, and that is 13.
13. And that's not reduced at all. It's just the
The con save is just for the poison.
cool. You got
That
it.
is if it wasn't immune to it.
What does this look like?
Ray of Sickness. So normally it is my energy is very much golden and black, kind of light dark. This is just kind of a black beam.
I'm taking the dark part only. I like that. I like that flavoring quite a bit. You step up, this inky black out makes impact with it, and you see that it looks. The thunderclap thing, it got. The ballista, it understood. This just feels awful, and it doesn't understand.
It
What
looks
the
here.
fuck?
No, the spicy dude.
Why is it like?
All right, Sail. Sorry, I got a new plugin that I got to play around with today, and it's working out exactly how I want it to, which makes me happy.
New toy is fun to have.
Yeah.
Yay. All this new toy.
Alright, Sail will, feel the impacts, look to the tendrils where they're coming from, and follow that back to the creature, and then do a quick head spin for other moving rocky spires in the area.
You don't see me.
All right, I'll walk up to the edge of the ship and look down where it's anchored into the side of the ship, and I'll take my hand and go and cast fairy fog down the side of the ship. So a cascading purple fog will slowly roll across the side of the ship and hit the tendrils of the creature, and it needs to make a dexterity saving.
I'm going to rule because it has connected itself to it. If it wanted to roll a dexterity saving throw, it would have to let go, and it's not going to. It will instead choose to fail.
All right. I'm sorry if that blowing into my hand was not the most pleasant audio it was.
We're going to find out.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to sound that.
It sounded like you were trying to whistle.
Oops.
Oops.
But the entire creature will light up blue and purple, glowing quite vividly in the fog, I would imagine. And everybody has advantage to hit it.
Nice.
Fairy fire's so good.
All right, I marked it purple.
It's purple.
Oh yeah, you got to walk up to the side of the boat.
Yeah, tasted perfect.
That'll put you about there. Cool. That will bring it to the Roper's turn, who is not happy about this.
No,
I didn't do anything.
can't imagine.
That said, it ain't super smart, so it doesn't really understand what you did, and understand what the rest of you guys did, though. So, it is going to...
Eat my ass, Roxanne.
Don't say that Don't you threaten me with a good time.
It will lash out with one of its tentacles, and it's going to make an attack at the three of you. So, one each. First for natural one, Miss Brenton, Miss Kex. Now, Lolax. That's going to be...
Cover.
So, you definitely get a +2 to your AC for this, 100%.
Well, I thought range attack isn't range attack. To
It's a
throw.
ranged melee attack.
It's range.
Yeah, it is a melee attack.
I was
It
gonna
just
say
has
disadvantage.
bad reach,
Okay,
which means actually you're prone. It gets advantage on this.
I thought it was
Yep.
the other way. I thought it was disadvantage.
If you're prone and it's hitting you with a melee attack,
Melee, never mind.
yeah. It rolled worse the second time, anyways. Don't worry about it. That said, it is a. I can do math so good. 18 to hit.
Shield.
Okay. Well, then you get the sticks. A 23.
I will use silver.
14.
God!
Ah!
Okay.
Wait. That'd be bad.
Nothing that
Yeah,
should.
gentle refill.
I'm sorry. You also get the advantage from so.
Okay. It's going to lash out with these three and misses you completely. It gets really messed up by this giant ballista in the way and actually gets caught up in it. As it is trying to retract, you can actually see that it gets binded up in the gear mechanism of how it turns and stuff like that. That is going to be an issue for it later, probably. You see it coming down on top of you. It has learned its mistake with X and has instead decided to go up and down instead of straight across and managed to just last second on the ground. It's your shield. What does your shield look like?
My shield is kind of like almost like a translucent bubble around me, but it kind of has like these almost like honeycomb looking like golden flakes across it.
Like that.
And it makes the like it looks like dragon scales instead of like honeycomb.
Cool. I like that a lot. As this actually comes down and starts to hit, you manage to put that shield up, but you do hear the cracking of wood underneath your shield, knowing that if this would have hit you, it would have had quite a bit of weight behind it. And then, speaking of which, this goes after Styx. And Styx, it reaches through some of the rails that kind of go up from the sides through one of the slats, grabs you by the ankle, and starts to drag you through. And in fact, you're going to get pulled 25 feet towards it.
Oh shit!
And and then it's going to do a strength check to see if it can pull the boat with its other tentacle.
Didn't it catch?
No.
Or
It just used other ones.
Okay. Beholder eye raise, it can't use the actual number.
Good thing you have wings.
All right. It rolls pretty well. The entire boat itself actually starts to, or that wouldn't really be the sound, starts to get pulled towards it.
It really wouldn't have much of a sound, honestly. Just more of a
Just
creak.
wood
Just a
splintering.
creaking sound, yeah.
Yeah. Can I do it? Can I do the thing? Let's see. I hope I can.
Just trying to shift it. Oh!
Oh, it did.
Oh!
Back on the boat.
On the side of the boat.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rest of you are also going to get shifted with it.
That's
Yeah, it was about to be like low light
Pretty
on
ideal.
the other side.
pretty ideal.
Hang on.
You laid down, saw the tentacle coming, and it caught, and then you slid out under the railing on the other side.
There's a little bit of shifting and jostling as you guys get taken over by it, kind of moving you guys a little bit, but you are still, those that were standing are still standing, those that were laying down are still laying down. And that is going to be its turn for now. I'll bring it back to Cags.
Alright, I'm going after the tendril that has sticks.
Fuck yeah, I like
I'm
it.
gonna hack that bitch to smithereens, and I have advantage because of him.
Yep, because the third part you sure do.
Pop, pop.
Block a block.
21.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay. And then I got sneak attack. Ooh, I get to do this. 6. 10. 11. 16. Plus 4. 20.
20. Alright, you... Oh, wait. That's psychic damage, isn't it?
Yes, it is psychic.
Never mind, that's not resisted. And it's an additional 10.
Oh! Oh, did you have it?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
sounds like dagger.
Yeah,
Nope,
nope,
this is
psychic
not
damage.
This is definitely psychic.
Okay, I'm going to stab him again. How did he didn't release 6, did he?
Actually, that's a great question.
Well, actually,
What kind? Are you a monk?
No, I'm a sword knife.
Rogue?
Yeah.
You get one attack.
No,
Bonus
I get bonus
action,
action.
you can-
I get to attack.
I'm not used to
you
people
hardly ever
actually using it.
You hardly ever use it because you usually use it for something else.
So as you go through and you carve through this thing, the psychic blade actually kind of goes through, and there's an odd moment where you feel no resistance. But from your side towards Styx, it starts to quickly wither and die, as this part of the tentacle is just broken off.
Oh,
It petrifies and crumbles away like dust.
Mm-hmm.
Styx, you're released. That tentacle is down.
okay. Now, seeing it do that, I am, instead of throwing it at him, I'm going to throw my dagger down towards one of the other tentacles.
One of the mooring tentacles.
Yeah.
Cool. That will help here in a moment.
20, 30.
Meets beats.
It's a D4 on my bonus attack, though, I believe.
Yep.
4 plus 4, 8.
8. It ain't looking good. That tentacle, as you throw through it, that emerald kind of streak going through the tentacle itself, you can see almost a minute later that they're starting to petrify and decay a little bit.
When you say it's not looking good, do you mean the creature?
The tentacle.
Nope.
All right. I'll bring it to. Do you want to move it along? Or are
I
you happy where
don't
you are?
really see there being a whole point in me moving.
All right. It was just a question.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay.
That'll bring it to Lolak.
It's gonna be able to reach me no
I
matter
agree.
what.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're actually running through this pretty quick.
I'm going to do. Okay, so it's on that pillar, right?
Yes, it seems to be the pillar.
Seems to be the pillar.
There's a reason it's very large.
This is like a dire creeper or something from the Mist Sea.
How many tentacles does it have?
It seems to be producing, like, they seem to be coming out and going forward. You're not sure if you actually have a good count, but currently you've seen it attack with 7. One of those have been taken out.
Got it. Can I stand up for half my movement and then go over kind of towards the edge and see how many arms it has that are like attached to the boat? Or
2 currently.
2 currently. Perfect.
They are about. It was pretty strategic when it hit, because this is basically all it does. It hit here, towards the front, right by this wing joint, and towards the back. Hex took the one by the wing joint out.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and I'm going to try to grab one of the tentacles and like pull it off of the either out of its like body, so just like, or get it to like let go of the one in the front.
So, where you will not be able to cast it out of the creature itself.
Yeah, so that's where I was like, I
And
don't know.
where the creature begins and the stone begins is quite a ways down. I'm not sure you'd actually have the ground to do it, unless you wanted to, because these are floating, right?
Yeah.
You can actually, depending on the range, you could cast it out of this stone here and try and grab it.
From behind.
What's the range?
Okay.
From behind.
So
Yeah.
I have a range of 30 feet,
Give it a little butt thing.
and the hand that comes out has a range of 5 feet.
I want this to work, but unfortunately, I don't think there's a way for it.
So, how far is it from the creature, like that spot that you just did, and then to the creature?
15.
15. Okay. And there's not like.
Oh, 10. If you really go to the tip of it. You have distance spell, right?
Check.
Picture like a hand coming out and smacking it on the ass.
No, I have Quicken Spell, Heightened Spell, Twin Spell, and then Transmuted Spell. So I'm going
Right.
to
Okay.
gonna have to do something else here. I guess I'm just gonna go for another fireball.
I guess.
And then I'm gonna transmute it to ice, and I'm gonna try to make the arms as brittle as possible.
Okay.
Sets me up.
You will not. Oh, well, actually, if you attack with the base, you would 100% be able to hit the bases of the arms. Yeah. Okay. So that'll be
DC 15.
a DC 15. I'm also going to give it a con saving throw. So it'll have dexterity for damage, but it's going to have a con saving throw from its added effect.
Okay.
Since that is your intent. Dexterity failed. Con save succeeded. So it is not extra brittle, but it does take full damage.
Alright, well, let's see how much that is. I'm also going to use. No, I can't actually, because it's a different type of damage. 17 damage.
17? Alright, it takes the entire thing. So again, as this ball of fire, you coalesce, this golden pot
Yeah.
comes forth.
I like to imagine that it's like a dragon's face going forward, and then like the dragon like opens its mouth and breathes out like ice from it.
I like it. I like it a lot. That hits. Alright, on initiative count 20. The crew, mainly the captain actually, is going to try and make a navigation check to fight against this like protracting. And then as well as a bunch of crew on the deck are starting to get up and load some of these ballista.
Okay.
Thank you.
He did really well. The captain did really well. He has expertise in this and rolled a 19. So
Well, like
he
30
is-
something.
Yeah, he has managed to flip it all the way to the left. You guys feel as the yaw of the ship actually starts to tilt, and there's a tension as he is trying to go up and over these tentacles and try to extend the distance away from them. The roper is going to have disadvantage on his next strength check to try and drag you guys further in. 6.
I'm gonna hop off the ship and start flying below it.
Below the ship or below the roper?
Below the ship, I also want to take stock of like how much damage the tentacles have done to the side of the boat.
Alright, you jump down and start to fly down. As you get down there, you do see your griffin buddy is completely tied up in this rigging down there. Has been trying to break his way out and get to you guys, but the place where he has been napping,
That must
very erratic, very erratic movement has kind of got him caught. But the ship itself, there's a little bit of structural damage, especially to the hull. But since you guys are water, like you're not going to be taking on
water.
Yeah, so that is something that you guys probably fix from the inside out or go down the rigging. It's not going to affect you currently.
I'll try and free this thing. How is this roper looking?
You guys have done quite a number on it. If you were to use 4E or Pathfinder, it's bloody.
go. First ever D&D I played with Furry.
What is good?
That's not-
I think kind of Eldrin is the vanilla. So. I'm gonna look over at this thing and use Toll the Dead. So I need to make a Wisdom 15 saving throw.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Oh yeah, cantrip. It takes no damage.
Yep.
We got Apollo.
Hey!
Welcome, Apollo.
Took a moment.
Your random encounter came, and it's a griffin that we want to keep as a pet.
And then I'm gonna, I guess, fly over the griffin if I have enough movement to get to it.
How much movement do you have?
Flying, I think 30.
I think it's equal to your walking
Yeah.
speed for Owlin. That would be... you'd be able to just get to it. And you see they are thrashing it, trying
Yeah.
to...
So, I'm just gonna, and then start working on trying to, one, calm it down, and two, get it out of the fire and my turn. It's just what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah, you're good. I dig it. And Stonks, we didn't ignore you because of the pineapple on pizza. We ignored you because we're fucking fighting shit.
Yeah,
We're in for a scrap. Sorry, Stonks.
we do be scrapping.
The literal short queen.
Yep. Alright, Dial.
Right. I'm gonna poke my head over the side and see one tentacle is pretty rotted out. The other one withstood the frozen blast somewhat well.
Oh, sorry, actually, to that point, thank you for reminding me. That frozen blast actually would have detached one of them.
Okay.
So there's only one left. The one towards the front.
Bang, bang.
You definitely have the range to do it. You can just...
Do it.
Ooh, nice.
So the first one, the natural 20. So I'm gonna roll the damage for that one and maybe be able to redirect
Yes.
the second
The
one.
second one was almost.
So 10 force damage for the first.
Alright. As it shoots out, makes impact with this last remaining tentacle on the boat, it shears through it. There's a small concussive and some stone shrapnel as you guys are completely unmoored.
And then I will look for at the actual pillar itself and look for a distinguishing feature.
So,
Not a cauldron, but
as you guys have been fighting this thing, there's been a odd moment where the top of this stone pillar has been starting to almost rip open, slowly but surely. And when they got stiff and they were bringing them in, you saw it open all the way up and reveal teeth. And just this acidic slime coming out of it.
and I still see the roof of the mouth.
Yep.
17.
That's-
Wait!
Disadvantage.
I have advantage. I'm very fire. Right. Stillness.
Oh,
It is very fair.
There's Bob.
It
Oh,
only works on attack rolls for you. thingy.
Yeah, exactly. Or
he's saying he could have done.
Toll
something
of the Dead is an attack roll.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it rolled on
No, it's not. Never mind.
else. Wisdom saving throw.
Never mind. Yeah,
Fucking fake news over there.
thinking about different cantrip.
This first level spell that negates invisibility and
I was
gives
thinking-
everything advantage
I was thinking chill.
it also does.
I was thinking of chill touch.
Alright, that'll bring it to the Roper's turn, who having everything unmoored will have to take a few of its attack at the hole itself instead of having to do it with you guys. So it'll make 2 at the hole and 2 at you guys. Yep.
So,
It just didn't use all 4 last time. That'll miss. That'll miss on the hole. And then who has fucked it up the most recently? That would be Hex and Lolax.
I'm not helping. I'm just
You dislodged it. You're third on this list currently.
no. It doesn't need to.
Are you sure?
Yeah. no need to worry about.
Dirty 20 to hit.
that would hit. Uncanny dodge.
So you're going to take half damage from it.
Yep.
All right. It is going to reach out, grab you, and start to pull you in. Oh. I did this wrong because I'm bad.
Does it replace attacks for even king?
No. It does all 4 attacks, then reels. But it can't actually do damage to you directly until it's got you all the way in.
Huh.
So you actually have it has to hit, and then you have... Sorry, that's on your turn. Never mind. I was actually doing everything correctly. I'm second guessing myself for no reason. I'm just nervous.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Been a
I'm
while.
fine. So it's going to grab you, and then that is going to be 18 to hit Lolax. All right. Again, as it comes down, there's this glance and shield as it can't get you. Instead, it will only drag Brenton. Brenton, as it grabs you, there's a moment where you feel this weightlessness as you slam down against the stone stalagmite itself, and it starts to drag you up towards its mouth.
Okay.
You are pretty much right on top of it.
Let's fucking go, buddy.
But unfortunately, that was all of the attacks. It can't attack you yet.
Let's
So
go,
it's
bitch.
stuck. It got you right here, and it's just like, you look so tasty.
Let's go.
If I had realized that it was gonna actually
You
grapple
would
you, it would have still
I'd get bit, yeah.
Alright, that will bring it to Hex's turn, though.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm gonna try to cut the thing.
Alright, you are considered grappled.
Okay.
The target is restrained and had disadvantage on strength and saving throws. So you will have. You're also considered restrained, so you have disadvantage.
So it's a straight roll then.
Currently, yes.
That does 19.
Just misses. DC 20.
Okay. Well, I'll hit it again, so there's not much I can do to get out.
Get out.
Well, 24.
That'll definitely hit.
Technically, since it would have been does this sneak attack apply to this?
It knows you're there.
Well,
It
yeah.
knows you're there. You don't have advantage because it's canceled out by restraint.
I thought my bad. The way I understood that it worked, like if you would have had advantage, you should have
Nope.
hit. But whatever. 4 plus 4, 8.
8. Alright. That tentacle's not looking great, but still up. Okay. That'll bring it to the last.
I have a rule for you.
I have a rules answer.
So I only have one more like high level spell slot left,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Melf's Minute.
Melts, not middle.
It's MILF Minute Meteors.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Oh.
I can summon some stuff that'll rotate around me, right? And it'll orbit me,
Mm-hmm.
and also send it towards a location. If I were to transmute that to be like a more solid object than fire, could I use it to basically like allow him to like grab onto it and then send it back to the ship?
That's just,
I would say
Wouldn't it
the
need
nature of the spell is that it's a
It
projectile.
does say projectile, but it says that it can orbit. So as long it orbits me, it doesn't say the range on the orbit, but I can send it up to 120 feet away. As like a
we
missile.
want to just turn it into rocks. And
So
try to
what I
grab
wanted to
onto
do is
it.
I wanted to use my movements to get close to you, have you hop on, then send it back to the ship
Got
because
it.
they orbit.
Okay.
Wouldn't it require an action from
It would be
The
my
spell
next
is, yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
But that would give you a way back.
basically have to
I'm
make
reading
sure the
the
thing is
spell.
dead before I can get out. Ooh.
I would say. Sorry. It does describe it as meteors and does describe it as fire damage, meaning that I believe that these are solid pieces that have fire around them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you were to change it, he would take the damage by touching them.
So
Even if you were to transmute it to ice or like something more solid, he would still be grabbing onto these things, taking damage.
on impact, right?
On grabbing, on contact.
touch, yeah, on contact.
Hold on.
If we're gonna change the spell from boomerang,
So it says, or impact against a solid surface.
That would me grabbing it. I think would count as impacting against the surface.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like if you want to have a boomerang function, well, wait,
I can still grab it. It just won't hurt.
the meteor explodes. No,
Yeah.
sorry, this wouldn't work well
Okay.
because like on contact, it would just,
Okay. Well,
we are considered solid surfaces.
well then instead I will just do a firebolt, and I will transmute it to acid damage.
Okay.
Cool. Does a 17 hit?
17 will miss.
Okay. Then that is my turn.
Okay, you got it.
Chonky boy.
Wait, what?
It
Oh, yeah.
it pings
I'm
when
on
you
it. That'll bring it to Sticks. Sticks, you're underneath in the rigging. You see that the griffin is still trying to fight its way out. But you also notice your buddy Peck, who's been for a minute with your kind of owl eyes as you're underneath, you're not seeing the larger battlefield anymore. You do see this blur of Kex boom against the stone next to you, and you're just like,
Hey. I was hanging.
and then he's slowly dragged up back out of view.
I'm gonna be like under the ship, and I'm just seeing like Tex upside down, getting grabbed by his feet, just looking at me, and I'm like, man.
Really can't just let the vampire thing go, can you?
So are you gonna turn into a bat or?
I wish it worked like that.
Do you get sparkle in the sunshine?
Clearly
With the
not.
fairy fire next to him, yes.
What would it take to get the griffin out? Because I do not have. Oh, I do have a dagger.
I was going to say, there's the easy way of doing it, which is cutting the rigging. Which then you're relying on the griffin to be able to catch itself once it gets let go. Then there is taking your time to unknot and guide them out, which I would say I'd give it to you as like a gimme, but it would take your entire action. So movement, action, bonus action to guide them
Okay,
out.
so when the griffin went down, do I wait?
Okay.
So, like, how is it healing? Like, did BSI heal it enough to where its wing is better? I mean, we went through two cure wounds and
Yeah. So there was the HP side of it, but just like we've seen multiple times in this campaign, there is a long-term effect of something that has not been healed, right? You guys getting hit by like a crossbow and then taking out immediately healing it or healing it within an hour or two is much different than something flying around for days or hours with something through a very vital joint.
I always say that.
The healing did in effect. It's just a little hinky. It can probably still fly.
I always say that scar tissue makes you like the base of your cut is starting to scar over, then it affects like the long duration.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean that it's incapable of flight, but it's probably not keeping up with
Not flying.
like other griffins currently.
okay. Well, it's trying to get out, so
Yes.
I'm going to take out a dagger, say, "I hope your wings work as well as mine do," and cut the ropes.
All right, you go through. This is gonna be your action. Just starting to cut these ropes, and there's a moment where you see it just tumble out of sight into the depths of this mist, and then you just see coming up, back out from under the mist, clearing next to the ship itself. Not flying well, but flying. The
You
grip.
get back to deck if you need.
Yes, it can.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use my movement to allow me to.
Can't wait for this thing to save Kex and then you become bonded to it.
You're gonna be a ranger. It'll be great.
This goes back to a conversation we
You
had.
said you want to go up 2 cats?
So,
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I have enough movement. Yeah.
You'd have just enough.
And then I'm gonna use my
Way back.
bonus action to cast spiritual weapon on the thing, right? On
Okay.
the tentacle, but still has him. And I have advantage, correct?
Yep, it's still glowing.
I think you can swing with it when you cast it, right?
27. That's a nat 20 actually.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay. So and then it's force damage. I'm just gonna take this number, double it. 30. Oh, never mind. It already does. 15 total.
15. Cool. As it comes down, you break through. It does break it. You are free falling.
I know. I'm aware.
Hurry up!
So I'm on. Was I on Kex? Can I grab him?
You kind of used a lot of stuff, buddy.
Yeah, you used your action, you used your bonus action, you used your movement.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my hand out, and then it's my turn. Whatever.
I'll allow that.
Whatever
I'll-
happens, happens.
Okay, I like this.
How far away am I from like just like the rock?
You're pretty much right up against it.
Yeah. that's what I
So
thought.
you may be able, like with spider climb, do dex save
Yeah,
or something like that. and
yeah.
stay.
I think I'll be all right, but we'll find out.
All right, that'll bring to Sail.
Beauty of D&D.
Right.
We'll find out
Alright.
as it turns out.
How's it looking? How's it feeling?
You guys have noticed at this point in time that these tentacles do not seem to hurt the hole.
Hmm.
So as it is losing
I know.
that, it is losing these tentacles, it seems pretty nonplussed about the loss of them, and they're just growing more out. So the actual like major body itself doesn't seem to mind. That said, it's still pretty bloody. It's still taking damage.
Low life nuked it a couple times, so it's
I'll bop it with the body with Eldritch Blast.
Cool.
Actually, I'm gonna shoot the one that's holding me.
I'm already out.
Already out.
I'm already falling.
Shooting the one I'm shooting. That's 22 to hit.
That definitely hit.
13.
All right.
5 points of force damage.
He rolled the second attack.
Oh,
He thought your 13 was the damage.
fair. Cool.
13 to hit, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
All good. All good.
Also, whenever you get a chance, can you make a token from a spiritual weapon?
What does your spiritual weapon look like?
A mace. Bone mace. Just so I know that it's there.
Boner mace.
I'm a bony boy. Hollow bones. As I said.
Right. Unfortunately.
The sounding.
So that means your mace wouldn't really do anything.
There. It's there. I'm not sure you can see it, but it is there.
Yeah,
It looks like an extension of the ship.
Yeah, it looks like a
Sure.
stick.
Big.
There. It's not actually that big, but just so you can see it.
Liz, you look like you're having fun over there. Enjoying the
Yeah, I was
conversation.
reacting to what you said about boning a mace, and then you said I'm a bony boy, and
I
then you
said
said
bony.
bony boy, and then you said is that from all the sounding? And then I looked at the camera and I was like, eventually somebody's gonna come across this video and they're gonna look at my face, and it's funny.
Oh, no.
So I had a moment.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Nope.
Okay. Now I'll bring it to the roper itself.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Can I inspire the Rhea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
100%. What do you say?
okay.
Fly, you fool!
Rhea has. Need to add Rhea to the initiative.
Don't you dare die, Rhea.
Yes. Your friend is falling, but will inspire the bird.
I was trying to make diarrhea jokes the whole time. I'm glad somebody else did.
I went with the candle first, so I don't know what you want.
Oddly enough, it's Rhea's turn.
Oh.
Aw.
Hey.
Is there a roll to see if it just flies the fuck off?
That was. Of course, Kex was. Flying bug up.
Just curious.
It is going to fly towards the roper and start
I
laughing into it.
imagine it already would have since we picked the same spot.
Loping along, you see it kind of reach out with its front talons and paws and right onto it and starts just tearing at this thing. By the way, I did actually roll for it. See what it would do once it was released. I rolled a wisdom saving throw, see if it would understand. It rolled a 17 plus stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, it understands that's a threat. These dudes have been nice to me. I'm gonna fucking help. This is what I'm made for.
What would have happened if
It would have dipped. Would have been gone. Yeah.
All right, buddy.
I just appreciate there was a chance.
The power of French.
That's right.
That'll hit. That'll miss. Oh, that'll definitely miss. Natural 1 on that one.
Is it rolling with advantage?
It wasn't! That'll still miss.
Yep.
Dirty 20, that one hits. At advantage, it still hits. Alright, let's go. So it gets 1 beak, 1 claw. Oh, I read it wrong. I thought it was 1 beak, 2 claw. Still get 2 hits. Alright, and it's going to deal for 13 points of damage to it.
So
Not bad.
Resisted,
Yep.
unfortunately, but
this big rock bug thing.
he does land on it and just start tearing parts of it off. Oh yeah, that'll bring to the rover, who is pissed,
Being a baby.
and it is in it's in a target-rich environment. So there's Rhea, Styx, Heck, and Lolax.
I think technically it can attack my mates.
No.
How smart is it? Does it know it
That'll hit Rhea. That will hit Keck. That will miss Styx.
I've been grabbed again.
You
No!
It's leaving you to fall.
Yay!
And that will hit Lolax.
How much is it?
0 damage, but you are grappled and restrained.
No. Sorry. What was the hit?
Oh, it was like 17 plus 6. 17 plus 7.
Yep. No.
So 24.
Okay.
That's why I was going through them. I was like, yep, they're rolling high enough. I don't need to announce the AC.
I will use my stainless steel hooks. I haven't re-rolled.
3 bar.
Yeah.
Fuck off. 23. Okay.
I tried.
Unless I have cover, I don't think I can do that.
Are you still prone? No, you took half your movement. Stand up.
Does have a lot of things in the way. Trying to hit her. Let's say.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I did my best.
It's okay.
All right, and they are going to refract you all 25 feet.
I'm gonna use the meteor to get me out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up with my meteors.
I'm just imagining that Looney Tunes looking shit. It's like,
And they can't bite you because they had to take their turn doing all this. So, cats.
Round 2, baby. Let's go.
Oh wait. Well, for the record, I'm going to start putting tokens on those that are restrained.
No.
Wait, how does it work with the ropes tied around our waist?
The ropes tied around your waist have 60 feet of length.
24 to hit it.
24 to hit, that definitely hits.
And that's just a sneak attack.
You were still restrained, so it would have been a disadvantage.
Well, the first one hit anyways. It was 30.
Yeah, that's why I was saying.
Okay.
I assumed you would roll one.
I rolled twice, but both hit anyways. So
as long as you're getting a hug, you can't get this
Yeah.
extra stuff.
5 plus 4 something.
All right. Do you want to use a second attack?
Okay, it didn't let me go.
No.
Yes.
It's just barely holding on still.
It's 10.
Yeah.
25.
That'll hit, and for the sake of simplicity, you are released.
Okay, so I'm falling again.
You are.
I don't, since I use my action, bonus action,
You still have movement.
can I catch myself?
You're right up against it. I'll give you a dexterity saving throw. Fairly low DC.
Oh, that's 19 plus.
Yeah.
stuff.
You very quickly. So as you slash through these tentacles and they let you go, you pretty much immediately backflip onto the stone itself and just catch yourself and
Yeah.
straight back up.
26. So I'm just gonna kind of like,
You have movement now.
yeah, I'm gonna circle behind where its mouth is.
Why am I out there?
Why are you out there?
I'm just being
Oh.
killing.
No, sorry. That's me being dumb. I was grabbing people and I was just fucking...
You didn't want me to be alone. I appreciate that.
So I will I'll plank it basically.
I don't know why.
You didn't want me to be all lonely.
It's so weird to see you guys just hanging outside of the airship, by the way.
Yeah.
When you 100% can.
Yep.
Look,
He can fly. I can walk on walls.
Lowlands.
I have low lag. Low lag.
Probably not.
This
Not
is
even close every time.
100% the fear that Lowlax had.
Yeah, I feel very vindicated right now. I'm hoping that one of the gnomes will save me because I was very nice to them in the tournament.
yeah, well, it is Lowlax's turn.
Lax is going to cast Firebolt,
Alright.
transmute it to acid damage.
It will be a disadvantage.
Okay.
You are, not only are you restrained, but it's also melee.
Oh, so even if it not flat roll
Alright,
because of
12.
fairy fire.
Those actually cancel each other out. Yeah.
Okay, 21.
21. That was the first one. Dope, that definitely hits. Thank you.
Cool. Does acid damage do anything special?
It is not. I will tell you guys right now, it has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. It has no vulnerabilities or no other resistances.
Okay. I was thinking rock, acid.
That makes sense.
Thunder.
It is not technically rock, though. It's chitinous.
Or organic.
Okay, so I'm gonna at 7 damage.
Okay, let's whittling it down.
Yeah.
But damage is damage.
And then I can do a cantrip and then also cast something, right?
You can do a cantrip and a spell, yes.
Okay.
But they both have to be,
One's a bonus action.
dope.
Actually-
Right? Or you can do quick and spell.
Or okay, I'll
It's the whole
do.
point.
I can't do that actually. Wait, can I use meta magic twice in a turn if it's on different things?
Yeah.
So I can change the cantrip.
Yeah,
Kind of-
100%.
Yeah, you
And
can.
I'm gonna do a quick spell for Nelf's Minute Meteor.
That's why sorcerers are busted.
Yep.
You can just.
They're not busted.
They can't. They're walking, talking dudes.
If you play them well,
Yeah.
they're very well done.
Okay, which is quick. And that does nothing right now. It just summons them around me. So if it makes contact as it's orbiting, I don't know how that works. But
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
If it swallows you.
Yeah.
Them all at the same time.
Unfortunately, you are also in the bloodstream.
All right.
Just puts its tongue out.
So,
It's
end of turn?
Lowlax.
yes, I'm still grappled though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Grappled and restrained. Cool. That brings it to Styx,
Alright.
who is also currently grappled and restrained.
Oh, it was that. Okay. Well, luckily, it doesn't take anything for me to move my spirit weapon,
No, it doesn't.
and I'm gonna go and fucking whack it in the eye.
I like how you decided it will hold me.
And it's
Slip me, squire.
so how does it work? My weapon doesn't have disadvantage, even though I am restrained.
Your weapon has advantage.
Does your weapon float?
Yeah.
How much can weight can hold?
None.
You can't grab onto it.
The spirit.
So you're still having directed. What are the components in spiritual weapon? Is it just vocal or is it verbal somatic?
Is verbal somatic.
All right, so you also need to move your hands around. Even though it's been cast, you still need to direct it, right? So you'll have disadvantage on this attack,
Fairy fire, right?
Fair.
which would cancel it out, making it normal.
Okay. So it missed.
Okay.
And yes, I'm gonna.
Oh my god, do I try?
I'm restrained myself. I can't just break grapple. Is that a strength check?
Double checking it real quick.
It might be
Athletics.
just strength because it's sticky or something. So it could be
I
hard
thought
to
I would
do.
could be one.
All of us can be sticky if we really bleed.
You have to take an action doing it, but you use your bonus action, so you still have your action. Yeah, it'll be a strength check. I will allow you to use athletics if you're proficient for whatever reason.
No.
Bird.
The strength check. 18.
I don't have all your guys' skills memorized. Oh, you 18? You actually break out.
That's with a plus.
DC 15.
Okay.
Floating.
And then I will use my movement to fly up the Lowlax.
And do the same thing.
I moved the Roper's stat block like that was moving you. Oh, you're already right next to Lowlax anyways.
Okay. And then yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, sounds great. Oh, did I? Shame on me. I've been having the crew go every other round because it takes some time to prepare.
I was going to ask.
I haven't had them go at initiative count 20. I accidentally skipped them this time. So, it'll be the crew's turn. And yeah, they're going to open fire. You see a lot of the gnomes are manning the two ballista, and you see that the captain is keeping the boat right where it is, so you guys have an easy escape route. But you see that he's actively manning it to like keep it right steady. So we're gonna have 2 people fire. Sam, Jeremy, please roll me d20s.
17 plus.
For them, it would actually just be a flat roll. Plus
advantage.
The +2.
Advantage.
And advantage, yeah, please.
Even better. Dirty 20.
Well,
Well, all right, one of them hits. 40 10.
40 10 again. Roar. 8.
What?
18. 23. 28.
28. Hot damn.
I'm good with my D10 roll.
That hit it hard.
Yeah.
Hit it really hard.
D10 you said?
This eye that's been kind of this amber eye that looks to be made of like almost that prehistoric resin
Did you roll with advantage?
opens up, and as you fire, it hits just below it, sinking in really deep. It's looking fucked up for the record. All right, that will bring it to Sayul's turn.
Bitch. I will walk my 30 feet up to be as close to it as possible. And as I'm going, I will be looking around for a small, like, feather, a downy feather laying around from Styx or the Griffin or something.
Okay.
And I'll just pick that up and I'll hold it, keep it aimed, and then I'll shoot it twice with Eldritch Blast.
Go.
Flavor with the feather. Ooh.
Missed the first one.
Oh.
Hit the second one.
Okay.
Those are just mirror different rolls.
Yeah, I got a 3 and a 4 and an 18 and a 19, so 7 points of force damage.
How do you want to do this?
As I'm walking up, I'll just sight the feather right where I want it to and just kind of not looking, miss with the first one, look up for a brief second, and shoot it in the eye, the second one.
All right, you fire that aquamarine purple kind of energy starts to go through. For a moment, you almost lose track of it inside this splotched mist because it kind of blends in from time to time. But you do see it make contact, and you guys just immediately feel as actually, Brenton, you see it bore through the other side, finding the one squishy bit on this entire monster. As you, on the other side, kind of holding onto it, you see this force blast through you, and the tentacles just go lax. You start to fall.
Is we out of initiative?
You were out of initiative. Featherfall.
Yeah.
Just for flavor, with the meteors that I summoned, I'm just gonna send them all towards like the base to like kind of just add to the bulk that you just did.
Okay. So you just start to...
Yeah.
It's just
And look-
exploding.
I'll do it on the back so it looks like your Eldritch Blast caused like an internal combustion.
I'd be sprinting over to relax and pulling them up on the can't do the surface at that point.
I'm screaming.
Yep.
That's why I was like on low laxes, because especially with Featherfall, I could probably actually bring you to the ship now.
I'm still screaming.
So, because of the riggings and everything set up, and because of the Featherfall, this would have been very painful. But Featherfall, you would have had a very long drop and stop suddenly, which would have done damage to you, but you would have been safe. That said, with Featherfall, the rest of the crew has all the time in the world to start piloting the ship away from this area, going further up, and just reeling you guys back in.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
congratulations, you guys won.
Cool.
And over the rest of the day, you guys make it to Stonecloth, this floating island in the Mist Sea. There is a cheery little inn that seems to be bustling and busy with a tiny little skyport. It looks quaint, especially when you compare it to such a large ship that you guys have. That said, there are a myriad of tiny little boats, tiny little sky ships, as well as what looks to be a island with a cottage on it that is moored off to the side. And something you guys actually very familiar to you. A dog mole next to a cart. outside the inn.
Oh,
Is
well,
it a familiar cart?
oh no.
In aesthetic, but not in color.
Wait,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Right.
is he the one?
Yeah, do we
who-
still have the light laughters?
You sure do.
Alright.
And that's where we're going to end it for today. That has been 4 hours.
That's the brother we agreed to dose.
I was.
You were one stop away from being able to take it. So, thank you all very much. How did it feel being back?
Great.
Good.
You guys enjoy yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time?
Yeah.
Good combat. That was a good little game of stones we played too.
I need to get that one ironed out a little bit more. The rules of it. Oh man, that felt good.
Good combat level and stuff too.
Thank you for all the people who've like been watching us and like supporting us, like
Oh,
as
yeah.
we've been like getting all this set up. I hope that it was worth it, and I hope that you enjoy. The future games that we play together.
Yes.
If you haven't already, you should check out our Instagram. We post a lot of stuff there, a little bit more active than Facebook, but we still cross-post there too. And is there any other send-offs that we need?
Discord. We're very, very active on Discord. We love having our little community there. We love to talk to you guys pretty consistently. At least I do. I like it a lot. We also have a sub VIP Minecraft server, so if you want to join us there, you just got to be either really active in the community for a while or just drop stuff. That just gets you on. There's no perks or anything with it. It's pretty vanilla.
It's literally vanilla.
Literally vanilla. We have like a couple plugins, but
Yeah.
it's for everybody.
Yeah.
On top of that, we have community nights every Friday. We're getting back into that. We had a great one
Yes,
the other day.
we did.
It was super fun. And so we'd love to have you guys join and watch that too. So yeah,
Also, if Andrew has fixed his computer,
I did.
we will be starting a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough on Thursdays.
My computer just can't run it. That had nothing to do with the heat.
But you ran it before.
I can run it solo
Oh.
without Streamlabs, without all the other stuff.
Rip.
That makes sense.
And then
Yeah.
I can't do that now after the latest update for whatever reason. The power consumption something went weird.
You know what I bet you could run and record?
All right. Well, we love you guys very much, and we'll see you really soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.